Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Non-Standard Action. Threefold Conspiracy. I know we've been gone for a while, but we're glad to be back, and we're glad to have all of you here this morning. How is everyone this morning?
I have coffee.
I also have
That's
coffee.
good.
Ready to fight a dragon.
Look at this.
Oh.
Just ready.
Yeah, if we can't hear you, hold the mic closer.
Oh, right. Hold on. Yo, hey audience, check it out. My mohawk looks amazing this morning, but I have to put my headset on, so like, appreciate.
It's very sad.
Appreciate.
I'm trying to decide whether I should zoom in on him. Oh, it's too late.
Yeah.
How hard would it
From
be?
the front, it's okay.
All right, there we go.
Perfectly respectable.
Oh, right, and I need to be able to. Oh, I can see.
Oh, you can wear your glasses while you have headsets on? My headset just like mashes.
Yeah.
They're very cushy right here on the ear. I do like them.
I might have to ask you what headset you're using because I'm on a hunt for a new headset. And the Corsairs that I got, the mic quality sounds like a tin can.
Yeah.
Well, these are in fact also Corsair. I actually got them in a bundle pack with a keyboard and mouse because I'm that human being. It was actually very it was a very reasonable price for a very decent mouse and keyboard and headset. The only complaint I have is the wire, and it's still long enough for me to get around almost all of my room. So a simple extension would probably do you if you don't feel like spending the extra $100 on a wireless mic. I want to say because this after you calculate it out of the bundle, it was like $30.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Get the same pair by itself though. I think when I checked, they were like $60. So about half the price of a decent pair of wireless.
The wire. Unfortunately, the wire has already turned me off because I've been not tainted,
Lured.
spoiled.
Yeah.
I've been
Lured
spoiled
to the
by
dark
wireless
side.
headsets. Wireless headsets are so nice for you just walk over to the kitchen and you can hear everything that's going on.
Right. You sort of wander to your kitchen, and all is well. Yep.
Hell,
Definitely.
I could go lay down on my bed if we're not in combat.
Just a bunch
Right.
of elitists.
But then the
over
audience
here.
wouldn't get to see your face.
Wait, hold on.
I do have a
Hold on.
nice face.
Hold on. Your point is moot, Tom. Because
Well, some of us have backdrops, life.
well,
Also, my bedroom is
isn't that
like
sad.
that way.
Benefits of living in a small space. Wires
Oh, I shouldn't have-
matter.
I shouldn't have done this. I should
Leif,
not have done
Leif.
this.
Let's get back up.
Come back. We need you.
I need you to answer an icebreaker question. You can't go to sleep. Leif. If Iris could be any of the other PCs, which one would they be and why?
Oh gosh, yeah, I remember this question being asked, and I still don't really know. I'm pretty sure if asked this question, Iris would answer with Ogden, of course, because Ogden is secret agent. But deep down in Iris's heart of hearts, they really wish they could be more like Adelaide.
Well, yes, everyone wishes they could be like Adelaide.
Do they?
Why is that?
Well, I mean, she's Adelaide.
Yes,
Oh.
but Iris.
Oh, well, because Adelaide, while most let the world around them kind of control where they go, she controls the world around her to have more say in where she goes.
Nice.
And they definitely value and respect that.
Very cool. Good answer. How about Lasco?
Yeah, I mean, Lasco gets to go where he wants to. He would have. I don't know. Lasco has a pretty strong sense of identity. He's pretty pleased to be who he is, which is why he's really upset about this whole clone business. He might be interested in being Ogden for a while because he's heard interesting things about working in the Veskarium, but he's skeptical that he would enjoy that job more than his current job.
All right.
That's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Adelaide, if Adelaide could be any of the other PCs, who and why?
You know, Adelaide really likes being Adelaide. I mean, honestly, Adelaide is an invention. Like, that's not the name she was born with. Like, she made Adelaide. And so she probably wouldn't be interested in being anyone else. But if she had to pick Ogden, he's got cool abilities that she doesn't have. Like healing.
I'm flattered, guys. Thanks.
No, Ogden should be flattered. None of us said Tom.
Ogden doesn't know about this.
What about Ogden? Who would Ogden be?
So after giving it a lot of thought, Ogden, I think it's not exactly the question, but I think what would be best for Ogden is to swap places with Adelaide for a bit, largely because it would be a hilarious Freaky Friday kind of situation.
Oh my god, hilarious!
Where, like, Ogden, on a good day, Ogden tolerates Adelaide. So, like, from day one of meeting her, she's gotten on his nerves at some point in some way. And while now, you know, they're part of a team and they look out for each other and stuff like that. I still think
have
that
to like her.
Yeah, exactly. I still think it would be a funny juxtaposition seeing Ogden try and
walk in heels.
Yeah, well, that Ogden in heels is quite an image. But yeah, so I think
audience,
Ogden could probably learn the most from that.
Yeah, that needs fan art. Ogden in heels. Ogden dressed as Adelaide.
Gosh. Yeah, you don't really need to
cost a quick hundo for that.
Yeah. You don't really need to modify much there. You just elongate his legs a little bit out the bottom of the lab coat and then put them in, fantastic heels.
Oh, man. Now I want a big burly Baskin heels. This is going to have to be a thing.
Ninden in heels.
Ninden in heels.
Is that going to be your character for what's the high level AP?
Destruction arc. Devastation arc. Devastation arc.
Yeah.
No, obviously I have to play a Bantrid in Devastation arc. Can you imagine a Bantrid in heels?
What? It would just be one heel.
I cannot. I literally cannot imagine.
How?
I know it's.
How are you gonna do
I know
this
it's really early in the morning for you Alaskans in particular, but like,
it's not even 9 o'clock, Tom.
It 8 a.m.
Bantrid are like my favorite.
I'm going back to bed.
Race.
Yeah.
No, Lave, come back.
Lave, you can't go. Right. Come back.
We can only do this
goof once per week.
I was gonna say that goof was already done too many times today. I'm sorry, everybody.
And now the goof is over.
Oh, bad. Just the worst, Lave. So when last we left our intrepid investigators, they have escaped from Turcalis base on this hell moon, as it's called, with good reason. There's lots of lava flows and, prison camps, and it's just not a very nice place. And after liberating a truck and a bunch of supplies, they set off for Terrapin Station, where they know some of the reptoids that they were dealing with on Turcalis escaped to after, murdering their friends. And on their way, they encountered some Azure spies who let them rest up a bit. Some escaped miners who gave them a bunch of opals. Fire opals. Shiny.
Gave, out of the goodness of their heart.
Well, in order for you to spare their lives. They bribed you with fire opals.
That's closer.
They bought their lives.
Yes. And then, as you were closing in on the base, on the station itself, it's a Terrapin Station, a dragon dropped from the sky, getting just within breath weapon range, and that is where we left off.
Oh, and I
last
see
time.
we've been placed in a lovely little cube there too, for
Well, I
no
mean, you
reason
are-
in particular.
Yeah, in a car. We were in a
Oh.
car.
You're in a truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We
Or,
are in
like-
fact
Yeah, that's fair.
in
an
a speeding
ATV.
truck, if I remember correctly.
No,
No, it was a box truck. Also, if I remember correctly.
The hover truck has a
Hover
stat
box
block,
truck.
which means it'll tell you how much cover we get from it. So that might help us with like breath weapons. But
Oh,
Nick,
here's something I wasn't prepared
what's
for
this dragon
immediately in the
doing?
morning. Oh God,
Dragon.
it's just
Did you forget?
I didn't forget.
No, none of us
I-
forgot about the dragon
I forgot what it was doing.
Improve the cover.
attacking us.
It looked
Well-
aggressive, she said last time.
It looks like it wants to eat you. But you
Well,
guys
that's a
do have some
bummer.
choices in how you want to deal with said dragon that just dropped out of the sky right in front of your truck.
Like while we're driving, and does it like land in front of us to like stop us, or
I mean, it drops down in front of you. You're gonna have to either do some fancy driving to not hit that dragon, or it'll have to get out of your way, one or the other.
and
It
doubt it
definitely
wants to
looks
get
like
out of
it's
our
about to breathe fire on you.
okay. I would
Iris.
like to drive the car in a way such that it fails to breathe fire on us.
Iris
who's
just
driving?
kind of.
Oh, it's not
I was
me.
gonna say Iris definitely just kind of like chuckles at Lasco's desire to drive.
No, sorry. You know, I just assumed I was driving the car. I usually am. It's
It's
You're
not
usually a
good.
pilot, yes.
This
usually
is
the
this is a little
Not
Freaky
in this
Friday
game.
situation of its own here.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're good. In an alternate reality, Lasco grabs the wheel, but not this one. Iris wants to evade. Is that an option? Like, I know it is for Starship Combat,
Vehicle
but is
rules
that an
run.
option?
You guys want to just try to like
Vehicle rules.
go
I just-
around the dragon and just sort of keep driving as fast as you can away?
I feel like
Run it.
I feel like the more prevalent thing in Iris's mind right now is evading the imminent breath attack that's incoming. That's more what I was thinking.
Yeah. Well, actually, hold on. Can Ogden quickly identify the dragon and tell
Yeah, I
us
was going
whether
to
our
say.
car can at all outrun it?
I mean, it takes a
yes.
move action, so sure.
Ogden can absolutely do that.
Where's my microlab scan? Haha! I have a
What do you-
34
what do you
to
get these
recognize this
days?
dragon.
That is a young red dragon that just dropped out of the sky in front of you.
Baby.
Yeah, it's not very
There's
old
hope.
yet. They have blind sense, dark vision. They can see through smoke, and they do fly pretty fast, faster than your car. So it will catch you if it wants to.
Mm.
They breathe fire.
Then
This is your classic red dragon that really just wants to eat you, probably. You do know that
I love it.
dragons, sort of in general, they're haughty. They're very fond of themselves, but they are intelligent. They can be dealt with, especially if you want to bribe them.
Mhm.
Classic dragon.
we have fire
We
opals.
sure do.
Ogden will relay this to the party.
Adelaide is
We're not
already
going to be
digging
able to outrun
around.
this thing.
Yeah. Adelaide's already digging around in the back, like, where are those fire opals?
You okay? But who's more greedy here, the dragon or me? I say we fight.
It
We
is
don't
a
want to-
question of whether we want to expend resources now and arrive at Terrapin Station tired, or
All right.
if we want to arrive
Iris-
fresh-faced.
Iris likes where this conversation is going, but it feels like there's an imminent thing that we should take care of first, and that being the evasion check to screech to a halt in such a way that doesn't get us roasted.
Yeah, give me a piloting check as you
I sure can do
slam
that.
on the brakes.
All right, I don't have dice to blow on, so I hope that works.
That's great
Nope,
audio.
it does not. That's
Oh
a 2.
man.
Oh no!
So
Toot toot.
Iris slams on the brakes, and the truck sort of skids a bit and skips over this bed of lava, and then hits a rock a bit, and it's going to take some doing to get out. It doesn't look like it's hurt too bad, but it's not moving for the time being, as the dragon watches bemusedly.
Yes.
Yeah. The ants have got
Okay, now
themselves stuck.
I want you to imagine. I want you to imagine the door. A shot of the door opens. Adelaide's foot in a perfect, in her perfect heels, steps out onto the volcanic rock.
Mm-hmm.
A word, if you don't mind. And she walks out.
And then on the other side, the driver's door opens, but only just a smidge because it gets like caught on a rock, so it doesn't open all the way. So Iris is just like fighting to get out the other side.
I suppose entertainment with dinner could be amusing. Speak.
Well, you see, we had no idea when we were passing through that we were in the territory of such a magnificent creature. Otherwise, we would have paid proper tribute.
Bilbo, tone it down a bit.
I'm listening.
And now, there are the 4 of us. However, I would not recommend eating any of us. We have very good reason to believe that we are, in fact, genetically modified. And I don't know if you're aware of the health implications
GMOs, yeah.
of that sort of thing. But, well, there's also the fact that, frankly, there's not a lot of flesh on me. My employer here is relatively small. The android is, of course, artificial, and well, the Vesk
Artificially
is
sweet.
the Vesk is. He works in a lab with quite a lot of nasty chemicals. So, while of course it is your decision whether or not to eat us, I can't recommend it. However, since our bodies are no use to you, may I instead offer tribute in a different way? And she holds up the bag of fire opals and produces one.
Shiny.
Intriguing. Give me a bluff or a diplomacy for your flattery, if you would.
Which is
So assist, whichever it ends up being.
that's
Oh
a
my
34.
goodness.
Very nice.
Nice.
For no reason, but Iris wants to help with the bluff anyways, just barely. In sort of like a kind of show-offy way, kind of like as Adelaide's like just addressing the different party members, just kind of showing off their meekest attributes. Just like holds up Lasco's bony arm.
Lasco's got a 12 strength.
Yeah.
I'm. As they do.
Oh, that
so,
was a
they
nat
whisper
20,
in your
by the
ear,
way.
Just look as thin as possible.
This would be satisfactory. I suppose I could go eat something else instead.
Recommend it. How would you like your tribute delivered?
Directly. He holds out a claw.
He opens his mouth.
Your tribute will arrive by mail in 10 to 12 business days.
Adelaide puts the gem back into the pouch and stone cold, walks up, puts it in the claw.
Opens it with the other claw and counts the opals. Looks at them with, delight in his big dragon eyes. Yes. Yes, these will do nicely.
I'll just go ahead and delete them from the sheet.
Sorry, honey.
They weren't on the sheet.
That's
I
all
was
right.
looking them up.
Oh, good.
They were a loan from the universe. Adelaide
I
will.
suppose I can let you live this time.
We will be eternally grateful. What is your name so that we can tell our children?
I am the great Varignius, ruler of these lands.
Well, thank you, Lord Varignius. We are in your debt.
That you are.
That's such a benevolent leader.
Until next time. And Adelaide
Indeed.
strides back to the car.
The dragon will fly off, happy with the bribery.
Well done, Miss Forthwith.
Whew. Well, I have dealt with CEOs.
Yeah, with the
If she
I
was
wasn't
a
even
smoker,
gonna
she would
mention
like
that,
dragons, I imagine.
with the successful flattery and all the opals, there was no way that Adelaide was going to fail the diplomacy check at that point.
Honestly,
Alaska
Iris
can still praise her for doing a good job.
I probably could have talked him down, but
Yeah, you could have
Iris
gone for some of the harder checks, but no, you did it the smart way. Work smarter, not harder.
That's true.
SMRT. All right.
Oh,
Let's get going.
I'll give the car a once over to make sure it's still in good shape after that little crash.
Yeah. There's a good dent in the front bumper, and you guys are gonna have to push it out from behind the rock because you can't go over the rock. You have to go around it. But
Iris had to climb out the passenger door.
but there's no lasting damage. It was really just because that piloting check had to be a rock.
Yep.
Yeah, sure.
I like the idea that
Okay.
the car skidded to a halt just fine, but then when Iris opened the door, he bashed it on a rock.
Did that thing where he opened they opened the door and then it
Right,
got
thing.
caught on the rock. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well,
having dealt with the dragon. Oh, go ahead.
that could have gone worse.
Indeed. Let's hope that the dragon isn't working with our captors.
I would be very surprised. Dragons typically do not work with humanoids. They typically see themselves as the boss.
You know what I could have done? I could have sent Adelaide could have also set the dragon on those two guys that we got the opals from.
Why would we do that?
That would be
Hey.
awful.
Their life
Exactly.
is already bad.
Well, it would be shorter.
That's
You're a
that's
bad
the
person.
that's the what I released them defense after killing someone. Oh God.
Hmm.
Said that
Terrible.
I never said that Adelaide was good aligned.
To wonder.
Yeah, this is the thing. So you guys are able to take your truck the rest of the way to Terrapin Station, where and ways off you can see a dark bunker rising from the burnt rock and tumbled boulders of the moon. I'm going to move you guys to this map, and you'll be able to see some of the baddies outside, but you don't actually have to start right there that close.
Okay.
You guys can absolutely, you're up to a base full of baddies. Figure out how you want to sort of sneak up here if you like.
All right. So we're still outside on this volcanic thing. Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
I just sort of put you guys here in this corner.
Oh, sorry, let me move that map. Corner. This corner.
Yep.
Loading.
You know, it's not an Ogden suggestion, but Tom thinks it would be really funny to just run these two over with our hover truck and make an explosive entrance.
That is a choice that you could make, yes.
So the real question is that an Iris choice?
Yeah, I mean, only one of us is behind the wheel.
Yes.
I just need a moment to remind myself just how much Iris dislikes these. Oh, hold on.
I mean, they did murder your merc friends who were just trying to help you escape. They murdered
Yeah,
them.
can we get a... Is it a Control Z on
Shift Z.
the Shift Z on the dude down there?
Oh, he's just another looking
dude.
fanciful guy. He does have this thing with him.
I don't like how he looks. Yeah, let's run him over.
What is that?
All right.
All right, pull up the SRD rules. for
No,
running
no,
things
no.
over.
We seem to
Agent,
be
what-
going very fast.
Vehicles. Vehicle tech
Iris
rules.
pulling
That's what
up.
we want.
Looking for a place to park and then notices a guard and presumably some sort of guard dog
Alien
and knows what he wants
creature.
to do.
Oh, I'll
Run
just park on
over.
top of them.
All right, so I'm gonna
Parking spot found.
all right. Let's put. If this is the plan, let's go ahead and put initiative on the board. Running someone over is going to be a full run action, and I'll let you guys have
Oh heck.
running it over. It's like your surprise round here.
They
I've
did
got
not
your
see it
stats
coming.
Leif, for the collision.
It does not seem to want to load this map for me.
That's no good.
That
Try
is not
loading
I've
it.
got it on
Try
mine.
refreshing it, perhaps.
Also try
I-
Firefox.
I have, and I am.
Okay.
We can probably figure out the truck crashing in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting this in here.
Yep.
And
Starting the battle music.
yeah, so as a full action, you can pilot a vehicle at up to double
There it
drive
is.
speed and run over any creatures at least two size categories smaller than vehicle during this movement. They take bludgeoning damage equal to the vehicle's collision damage, but each can accept a reflex save against the collision DC for half. We're gonna roll the damage
The
once
collision
per
DC is
creature.
11.
Okay,
That's it.
so
That is it. It's for half, though, so you're going to get them. It's just how much they take is based on the DC.
Okay.
Hover truck's only a level 5 vehicle, so...
I see.
and the vehicle is going to take damage equal to half the damage rolled for each creature it runs over. But yes, you can go ahead and run these guys over. Roll me some collision damage here.
that
What is my collision
6
damage?
It is 6d8.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll some.
Iris does the grip the steering wheel, narrow the eyes, grit the teeth sort of thing as they come in for 22 collision damage or 11 for half.
Probably move our
Oh.
tokens. Also,
Goodness gracious. Yeah, and then put
Yeah.
all of you where the truck ends up, and then we'll
The truck will end up down here, I'm
Or
sure.
right
No, well, I mean,
here?
it went in the straight
Oh, okay,
line.
yeah.
we're still grouped together, right?
Yeah, so
Alright.
you
Yes.
guys should be in these squares here.
All right. Down to the
And-
south.
so we're
Adelaide
gonna start out.
can't move, so
With,
somebody needs to move Adelaide.
Bring Adelaide down here too.
Thank you.
And
Ghost, it says
Well, I'm
hover
gonna go
truck,
ahead and
but
put-
that's only because the tires of this versatile truck transform into anti-grav jets at the touch of a button. So it starts as a truck.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll an initiative here for Adelaide. So
Actually, I did. It was 3. Adelaide rolled a nat 1.
It just didn't go to the tracker.
Oh, okay.
Because since I couldn't see my token.
Right, you can't click on it if you can't see it.
Yep.
Makes things hard. All right, well, I have you in there. So, and that sort of works out because it gives you a second to figure out why roll 20 is being dumb.
Adelaide was playing a game on her phone.
Yeah.
Just sitting there playing, and then all of a sudden, da-dum.
Oh my! Did we just hit somebody?
Right.
Is that your Adelaide voice? I love it.
I tried.
So you guys go to run over these guys. Does your truck have charges? No, I don't think that counts.
No.
All right. So we'll start with Lasco. As you guys run these two over, end up on the other side of them. They're sort of, they're surprised. They're picking themselves up and getting their weapons ready. Or he's getting his weapons ready. The beast is like snarling.
Yeah, I think I imagined that Lasco, the daredevil he is, as Iris was driving the truck like over them, Lasco dove out the window, somersaulting over them, landing on the other side, like here, and taking a swipe out of this creature.
Okay.
Yeah. Failing the trick attack, per usual, but that's a
So close,
24 to hit.
buddy.
So
But a
close.
24 will absolutely hit. 12 damage to that weird little creature. And Ogden, do you want to know what that creature is?
Sure, yeah, I want to know what that creature is.
Moonrise?
That's a 34 life science.
Yeah, that's a wet zelt. These are usually they're highly aggressive pets, generally associated with reptoids. One of those things that probably shouldn't actually exist according to the normal rules of what exists. They're hunters.
Polly shouldn't be.
They generate an electromagnetic field that jams comm units and other powered devices will fail to discharge. Mechanically, the way that manifests is if you activate an item with charges near it, within its range or within its aura, you have to make a reflex. The object will have to make a reflex save, or be drained of its charge and lose the action.
Okay.
They also their claws.
How do they get along with
You cut out there.
their feet have claws?
They have claws that have the penetrating special property.
Oh, interesting.
They ignore hardness and can tear things to shreds.
Our truck.
Nice.
Like your truck.
Like our truck. We're not going to let it get that close. Ogden is
Don't
going
need that
to...
thing anymore, anyways.
Yeah, that's true. I bet they have better trucks here. So Ogden will lean out the window and take a shot at the dude, as we've dubbed them. This will be with one of the tier 2 sedatives that we found in the last place, which was very exciting. Double tap. Oh, that's a nat 1 and a 1 on damage.
Oh, sad day.
Yeah.
You guys do have some gifts from the audience.
Okay.
You guys have 2 +1s and 7 rerolls.
Oh, I'm taking a Prunk and reroll then. We have 7 rerolls.
Yeah,
That is very
that
generous.
was appropriate when you were about to go up against that dragon. So
Well, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
I promise we'll make use of them. Like right now. Who am I thanking, Nick?
Thanks for
Thank you,
underestimating Adelaide.
Thanks, Ghost.
Or overestimating
20.
our greed.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you, Ghost. So that is goodness gracious. Would I double the tier 2 sedative damage?
I guess to double his trick attack damage. Why not?
Sure, thanks. So that's gonna let's roll another d8 plus 8. So far we've got 21 damage plus 4d4.
Oh, goodness
21.
gracious.
32 points of damage as a needle just shoots from Ogden's pistol, rockets from Ogden's pistol at this guy.
Yeah, gets him like right in the
into
neck,
the
and he
eye.
sort of reels for a moment, not expecting this. In the back of the
Pinpointed
neck,
his parotid artery.
he's just been hit by a truck and then like jumped upon by a Yosogi. He's having a bad day.
Yeah. All right.
That thing doesn't have charges, so you're good. The Wazelt is going to try to kill Lasco. You know, as one does when
as
there's a
one does.
Lasco in their space.
Alaska really
Trying
needs to get better armor.
No.
Yay!
Does a 17 hit your KAC?
No.
Trap. Then they both miss.
Yay!
As it goes to swipe at you twice with its claws.
Alaska dodges
Iris.
left and right.
Iris will also like leap out of the driver's seat while like throwing on the e-brake, tuck and roll, and run up to that's not, hold on. Yeah, right there. To this guy who's reeling and just running up, drawing their shield and just kind of slam into him, trying to knock him back down. .22 to hit for 16 non-lethal bludgeoning damage.
Very nice.
Nice.
Nick, you are mute.
Oh, yes, I was typing. Yep, that one is out. Unconscious on the floor, on the rocks surrounding it. Never even got a turn. Adelaide.
That's how I like my bad
Brutal
guy.
efficiency.
Adelaide will take out her Electrovore statuette and summon it to this.
Overkill.
Eh,
You can do it.
It'll be cool.
Yeah, it'll be
Electric
cool.
thing fighting electric thing.
yeah.
Oh, you're right. All right.
And also, it'll give you flanking because it's going to be in the spot across from Lasco.
Always has flanking, no matter what square his ally's in.
Oh, well.
I typed Electrovore into my tokens, and I have this Electrovore one from heck, like the first. What are the first few?
One of the
I think it's from oh gosh, what is the Aeon
You fight him
Throne
in 105.
AP?
No, this
Oh,
one's
okay,
from 105, first mandate.
first mandate.
Way back at the day.
Excellent.
All right, so there's your Electrovore. Was that
Gosh,
is that all you're doing?
That's her move in her standard, so.
All right.
does the Electrovore get a turn then?
I think it
Doesn't
has
the
summon.
Electrovore get to do things? Or
I don't know. Let's say it doesn't.
Look it up for next time, I guess.
Yeah.
I will look it up.
Yeah. Lasco will try to trick attack it. We'll see whether it works. Yeah, we'll flat-foot it. Oh, I trick attack successfully. Oh, but I probably miss.
Trick
So
attack.
that is flanking flat-footed 15.
Will flanking and flat-footed. That'll hit.
Nice for 19.
Damage.
Non-lethal.
All right. Then Ogden.
All right, Ogden's going to do the same exact thing as he did last turn, except it's going to be at the weird reptile pet thing. Did the weird reptile pet thing It did take a turn last. Okay.
It did. It swiped the last go and missed terribly.
Right, okay. So let's see if we can make this a perfect fight. Ogden shoots it with his injector pistol, with the tier 2 medicinals in it. That's a 26 to hit its KAC for...
Yeah, that is an unconscious reptoid.
And this is why we all want to be
Nice.
Ogden.
Flawless victory.
Reptoid dog thing on the ground. So you're now standing outside of the base.
Mm.
Adelaide dismisses the Electrovore.
For future reference, it specifically states that it can act immediately on your turn upon summoning it.
Thank you.
So you know for the future. You're welcome.
Lesko stands
like
over the
that.
guard and looking at Iris says, "Do you think that this is a reptoid? Maybe you can tell us what we'll find inside."
I'm sure there's a way to find out. Ogden, do you think you would be able to scan it with that fancy thing you have and try and, I don't know, read its DNA or something?
Yes, use your Pokedex.
I can try.
If it was that easy, I expect the
well-
reptoids would have a lot less success infiltrating people.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe part of the reptoids' thing is that they modify their DNA as well. They are changing themselves on a fundamental level that I can't detect. It was the same thing with the Astrozoans, if you remember.
Well,
on,
then there's only one
whatever that
way
ship is
I know to
called.
find out, and I'm not willing to do that. So,
Ask him some
Iris,
questions.
you do know that like the stewards are not aware of any base here. This
So we're fairly certain that this is a reptoid then. Is-
you're
Or working for a reptoid, yeah.
yeah. This isn't a like known steward's base. This isn't supposed to be here. This is probably theirs.
oh, and it's disguised as a steward's base. Is that what I'm hearing?
The last one was like a real steward's base. This station, like listening station, isn't on any map. You'd never heard of it mentioned anywhere
Gotcha.
before until you guys found out about it at Turquoise base.
Well, putting
This is a Black
Putting
Ops
two-
site, as it were.
putting two and two together, Iris will just assume it's reptoids until further evidence turns up.
Probably a safe assumption.
Sure.
Considering.
Well, Mr. Lasko, we could ask them questions, yes, but we would be doing so outside the front door of their base that we just made a rather explosive entrance to, and he'll look to Iris. I don't know if we have that
Is-
kind of time.
Who's putting binders on this thing and dragging it into the back of the truck just to kind of like get it out of view?
Does he have
Okay.
anything useful on him?
Just the same kind of stuff the last one's had.
Hmm.
He's like he looks like a clone of all the other constables you see.
Not the C word.
Clones.
No.
Sure, if you don't think we have time, then yeah. Well, we can rush to the door. Are there like alarms blaring? I don't know. It's not clear like how this thing is.
Or
this
we
place is run.
noticed.
Yeah.
No, there are not currently alarms blaring. You sort of ran them over and then put them down pretty quick there. But you can give me a perception check.
Gladly. The 23 from Ogden.
27 Lasko.
And an Iris. 27 as well.
Don't worry.
Adelaide's distracted.
Adelaide got
by
a
something.
5. Yes.
Iris and Lasko, sort of as you look around for just, evidence, maybe checking to see if there's any alarms going off, you do spot a gun hatch right by the door over here. That looks like it's probably the kind of thing that, slides open and shoots people who aren't supposed to be there.
Why don't we pull him around the corner here?
Yes, all right. Well, no, Leif said Iris put them in the truck.
Oh. Okay, we can interrogate them in the truck, sure.
Then pulled the truck around the corner, and why are we interrogating the
Yeah,
the
no,
front
we know
gate
where we
guard?
are.
Yeah, there's that seems kind of like talking to the doorman. Pointless.
Alright, I mean, they could, like, tell us where traps are if we can threaten them successfully, but... Yeah.
If
If
you
you-
wish to threaten, be my guest.
Lasco doesn't usually do the threatening.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I
no,
mean,
he has
that's
people do that
usually-
for him.
Right.
Yeah, and Adelaide will give you a tap on the shoulder to increase your charisma by +1.
Oh, good.
If you don't think
I-
this is worthwhile, Marshall, I'm
No,
willing to
Iris-
defer to your expertise.
Iris looks at everybody and says, are we doing this? And then goes into their bag and gets out a pair of black leather gloves and puts on a pair of mirrored sunglasses and then just slaps this guy until he wakes up.
Sure.
Smelling salts.
What are you doing here? Where am I? Why am I trying to...
Iris will just immediately punch him in the mouth and then say, I asked the questions here, not you. Tell us about any traps that we might be coming up against. And here comes your intimidate check. It's actually 32 because I didn't factor in my my +1 from Adelaide, but yeah, 32 to intimidate.
Very nice.
There's a roto laser on the door. You can turn it off using my comm unit.
Oh, fantastic! Your services are no longer required.
No, after the door.
Doctor-
After the door.
Iris will motion for Ogden to knock this guy out with drugs and take his comm unit.
How many of her friends are inside?
I'll knock him out with a Mark 1 sedative.
Oh yeah,
having
that's
knocked him out, his comm is not unlocked. I need a computer check.
Iris
I'll
will toss
aid,
the comm unit to
Lasco.
Lasco gets a 19.
Aiding.
Lasco gets a 21.
Ogden aided with a 21. Yeah.
Yep, you guys managed to hack in, and then give me a computer check to find the app for the gun.
31.
Ogden will once again
You got it.
Much better.
take over your
You managed to
Nice.
find it without much trouble, and hit the panic button app to turn it off. Defeated the trap on the door. Well done.
Yay.
Good call,
That was-
Lasco.
That was worth it, yes.
Yeah, good thinking.
All right.
Iris
We
takes
had-
the sunglasses and the gloves back off and says, I hate doing that.
I do wish you had asked how many of his friends were inside, though.
Seems like it would have made things too easy, and there's like sort of a crazy glint in Iris's eye for a second there.
I like
Not
easy.
disturbing at all.
The
Lasco
dragon was
knows
easy.
this.
All right.
Very well. Let's get on with it.
We open the door.
Yeah, opening that door. I don't believe it's locked. I think it's just the trap. Yep, it is true. Opening that door, you see a C-shaped cement room, partially covered in one corner by padding that resembles an animal bed, from which another one of those creatures growls as you enter and jumps to attack you.
Nice, lizard doggy.
Not nice, lizard doggy.
No, not nice at all. Well, there's a better initiative.
There's a worse initiative.
Don't worry, I'll probably get worse than you.
There we go.
And so I did. Oh, wait.
It gets to act first as Iris comes through the door there. Gonna try to call him. Dose times. I think a 16 misses Iris's KAC significantly.
It does, but not significantly, only by 2.
Ooh, only by 2. Well, then it misses with both of its claws as it snarls from its little bed on the floor. Iris,
Iris thanks the shield they're carrying, and then turns to use it to hit.
Lasco will say, "Wait a moment, Marshal."
Indeed. Turn to strike, and then wait for Lasco to come through the door
All right.
and give them flanking.
Lasco distracts it, dashing in through the door, triggering Iris's ready to attack. Or I guess he probably delayed, yeah.
Yeah, delayed until after you. Yeah.
Are you doing a tumble there to move through the space, or?
Oh, yes, I will. That's 1, 2. Do I need to make 2 checks or 1 check?
Just the
I'll
one
just roll
for the
2,
space
just-
moving through.
Okay, 35 is enough.
Yeah, you're fine. Could always, just fail miserably.
That's true. I appreciate that call out. Yeah, so that trick attack succeeds. And the 18 probably hits flat-footed flanking for 21 non-lethal.
Ooh, pretty good. All right, Iris.
Nice.
And during this time, Iris was racking their brain to try and remember what Ogden had told us about these things. They're resistant to electrical damage?
No, they have an electromagnetic field that will make
Some-
their powered.
Something battery charges.
Anything with a battery is going to be. There's going to be a chance you'd lose the action because the battery doesn't work.
Oh, I see. Okay.
If you attack with a battery powered thing.
Yeah.
Oh, and
We're
your weapon is battery powered, right?
I mean, when I use the unarmed strike, though, I'm just bludgeoning with the shield. So that's what we've been going for.
Mhm.
I see.
So we're just gonna stick with that. And I was gonna say full attack. Why did you select no? Okay, so take 4 off of that. It's an 18.
Will hit.
Oh, and so that will probably hit
Oh.
too. Wow, I'm just doing max damage today, guys.
My
I don't know. I haven't
God.
rolled anything other.
It's done.
Oh,
Go to
All right.
sleep. Just bashes it with the shield.
so that's a weird lullaby. Go to sleep.
What I was going to say it's what their mother would sing to them, but they're an android. That's why androids don't get lullabies.
Yeah.
Mm.
Go to sleep. Go to sleep.
I'm not
Alright.
a robot, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
I have feelings too.
You guys made
Ogden
it.
will,
Robots don't have
Made it
feelings.
inside. Past the
Ogden will
guard
come
dogs.
and clear this hallway over here, peeking around.
Is there anything to the west over here?
There does
No,
appear to be.
there is a door down there,
Door.
right here.
Okay. After clearing this, Ogden will walk over to that door.
Iris puts their ear up to the door and listens. Is there? Does it sound like there's anything on the other side? With a 15 perception check.
Nope. Doesn't sound like there's anything through there.
We'll also search it for traps.
Indeed.
In fact, you can just assume we're searching all of them for traps. This place is sketch.
Sketch as F.
That's a 24
Yeah.
to percept for traps.
You don't notice anything that suggests a trap.
Okay. Iris wants to just crack the door open and have a look through the crack, see if there's anything on the other side that they might have not heard.
Yeah, you see a barracks on the other side.
Okay. Iris
Here's
will
the-
open the door all the way.
Yep, you can see 6 beds, metal
Oh,
lockers.
right, I have to step through. Sorry.
There are 2 medical beds near a clean steel cabinet on the eastern side of the room.
We search it.
And then there is another door at the other end over here.
Mhm.
Okay.
Searching the room, you find that the beds have satin sheets and nanite technology mattresses that conform to their users' firmness and temperature preferences, among other features.
These bastards have
That's a
Tempur-Pedic mattresses.
Yeah, it's a sleep number.
Where do I
Yeah.
get one of those IRL? Oof.
Yeah.
At the foot of each bed is a metal locker. There's personal items, clothing, hygiene stuff in them. But inside the medical station cabinet, you do find 1 advanced med kit and a can of spray flesh.
All right.
Iris
Spray
just
flesh
kind of
is welcome.
contemplates how they're basically just all spray flesh. and then moves on.
Oh. My
Flesh would
microlab
be a
acts as an advanced medkit now, so I don't need that.
That's where the other door is, Simon. Indeed.
We can melt it into UPBs.
6 beds implies 6 people. We should be on the lookout. And
Well
keep
spotted,
count.
Agent.
Well, we're down to 5. Hope.
Here's hoping.
All right.
Listen at the
What
door, checking for traps.
Yep. Here's a couple of perception
Oh,
checks
my.
for you.
Yeah, you
Why
guys.
did I?
You hear some low talking coming from that room.
What's this down here? Are those more doors, or is that something else?
Yeah, that's a big airlock door
Mm.
down on that end.
One does not simply walk into more doors, Leif.
Uh,
Yeah, you do hear low voices on the other side of this one.
and let's
Ogden
ambush
checks
him.
his. Ogden reloads
Oh, yeah.
a dart and another Mark II sedative into his pistol. And I check my
Iris,
inventory.
Iris would suggest maybe splitting up and going to both doors.
Last
Well,
gun
I don't know
blasting
for
doors.
sure that they go to the different to the same rooms though.
That's true.
This is a fair point.
I say we all go through this one door and
Agreed.
Fair.
On
We can
3,
always fall back out into the hall.
and we whisper a
All right.
countdown from 3 and then bust in through the door.
When you bust in, you find a staff lounge with a couple of steward-looking, probably reptoids, enjoying a snack, who promptly go, "What are you doing here? Get them!" You know, like they do.
Like they do.
like you do.
Roll
Give us a chance to
initiative.
tell them what we're doing here. Iris will actually say, "What are you doing here?"
Killing you.
That's what we want to know. Oh, that's so funny because we were going to do the same to you, and we just
Yeah, we're
spend
gonna
like
knock
2
them out.
minutes.
Threatening each other.
You guys essentially used your surprise round to move yourselves in here. So
Oh,
you
if
wanna
that's the case, then I would like
further
to.
in, you can, yeah.
Yes. Thank you. In fact,
Um,
Ogden will dart over
Adelaide,
here.
do you want to be all the way inside? You have a chance as everybody.
Oh,
sort of
good.
busts-
Because I'm like, I can't really cast spells around corners. Okay.
Yeah. All right, you guys happy with that sort of positioning as you bust in?
Yeah, I
Everyone's
guess.
good there? Got it. All right.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. We don't need to go in order when your surprise round is. We bust into the room.
Throwing a
Last
chair
guy.
out of the.
As Iris advances up, Lasco bounds in, sort of parallel to him, hopping up to the couch, to the table, and then like circling around. Oh, I guess I don't even need to. Old habits about flanking really die hard. Yeah, rushing up to on the right side of the table and getting the woman on the side in the knee.
It's a trick.
Oh my
That's a hit.
god.
Oh my goodness. You guys doing a heckin' murder.
Hey, that's non-lethal.
Not a murder.
Salt.
Yeah, it's assault.
This one here pulls a hook sword from under the table and is gonna try and smack Iris with it.
That's where I keep my hook sword too.
They were eating lunch. They were not prepared, and 11's gonna miss. And the other one is other one that Lasco just smacked is going to attempt to pistol whip him. And also missed horribly. Oh no, Ogden.
Nick, I'm so sorry. You're having a rough day for your baddies. Ogden is going to level a shot at curly hair over here, and we are going to. No, you know the drill. I have like 20 Mark II sedatives, so I'm just gonna keep firing them until I run out. Ogden.
I'm glad to see.
They planned this AP to be really good to biohackers, I guess. I haven't bought any of the ridiculous things I use. Ogden has an 18 to hit KAC. Okay, 2d4.
And that one hits the floor.
Nice.
Unconscious. Iris.
Dear. Iris is just going to go ahead and full attack the guy in front of him then. Just trying to get him to not raise the alarm. 25 and then a 19 to hit. KAC.
Oh yeah. Those both hit. You sent him reeling a bit.
25 total damage.
25 damage right to the face. Adelaide.
With a shield.
Oh, Adelaide isn't sure how much resources she wants to spend on this guy.
None.
Okay.
0 resources.
Great. She'll cast Hazard. Right behind him, but in such a way that it doesn't hit Iris or Lasco. And just for fun, let's make it ice.
All right.
So...
Ice on a lava moon.
Yes.
Madness.
Reflex save. Let's see. Come on, roll 20. Oh, he made that reflex save.
Boo.
Yeah. Yeah, he got a net 20. He can roll a reflex save, but he can't roll a hit to save his life, so, you know.
Good.
What he needs to do.
Yeah, that's exactly how one would save their life. Adelaide, do you want your move action? Or are you going to stand?
Nah, she's good.
All right, Lasco.
Lasco tries to wrap this up.
That is a
wraps this up.
yeah. That is an unconscious choice.
Oh
you
my
sure do.
God.
You wrap this up.
That was a nat 20, dear listener.
That's a crit.
Please, on a successful trick. Ugh. Gross.
Yeah, that would have.
Probably about 60 damage, yeah.
Yeah, that would have taken him like all the way down, even if he hadn't been hit yet. So now that you have a chance to look around, you see that this room has a rec center and holoscreen along the south wall, comfortable couches, and a table equipped with an Imperial Conquest game. There's a case of food and beverages against the eastern wall. Just in front of it is a bar with stools, and there's a pair of exercise machines and an open padded mat filling the remaining space. You can indeed take the Imperial Conquest game. It's particularly nice and portable. The factions in this version include Reptoids, Greys, the Viscarium, and the Pact Worlds. You guys will notice that the Reptoid and Grey worlds seem to be made up by someone who's only slightly familiar with the unseen.
Yeah, oh my god. That's hilarious. I like to imagine that like the Reptoids have been spending the last couple, weeks or whatever, when they play it, making fun of how little the game actually knows about Reptoids.
Oh yeah.
Just roasting it.
I'm sure. But that's the only real thing of interest in this area is that board game.
Yeah, Lasco will say, Marshall, why don't you have a word with one of them to see if there's anything we need to be aware of up ahead? The rest of us should search.
I
Yes.
should move. I'm really no good at finding things. I can barely find my keys in my purse.
Stand by, Miss Fortwith.
Very well.
Here,
So what, you want to search
can,
this room, Simon? I thought we found
Sure.
everything.
Oh, yeah, we probably do that while Iris is interrogating the
Yeah.
guard.
Yeah, you guys can poke around, but you're not really going to find anything else. Maybe some snacks.
Irish
I do love snacks.
Ooh, pirates.
Iris
food.
motions for Adelaide to actually help them with the interrogation.
Oh, cool. If it's been less than 10 minutes, you still have your +1.
I feel like it probably has. Yeah, we're gonna say it has.
I mean, I could do it again. It's a freebie, but
Well, let's just say you do it again just for funsies then, if it's really free.
I straighten your collar.
Yes.
Go get him, champ.
Yes, thank you, Miss Fortwith. As Iris is putting the black gloves back on. Just how did it come to this? Kind of more smelling salts wakes the guy up again.
I mean, you get a similar reaction.
Okay,
He's-
and he gets a similar response.
Not feeling very well. He's very beat up.
Iris says, "Focus, and if you focus, things will be fine. Now, just tell me, are there any traps? Any other traps in this building that I need to look out for?" Ooh, Iris was a little too nice. Iris is actually going to use a reroll.
Yeah.
We have how many
Yeah.
rerolls?
Oh, a
Should be
bunch.
7 still.
Also, ask
Seven,
how many
yeah.
of his. Also, ask how many of them there are at the base.
I
Get a
can
head
do that.
count.
This reroll.
Quick, knock him out.
From who?
Trippy.
All right, Trippy. Thank you for the exact same roll.
Oh no.
This is like the third or fourth time this has happened today, guys. We gonna talk about why I keep rolling the same numbers consecutively? No.
No,
Okay.
probably not.
Did you say something bad about Nolan on Reddit?
I
hates that.
I haven't even spoken of Nolan, and that should honestly, like I'm not saying anything bad. That should be a good thing, right?
No, I think he demands praise now after the last Reddit incident.
oh, Nolan,
Mm,
greatest of web designers. Please be more benevolent. I don't know. I got nothing.
Amen.
Amen.
A roll 20 prayer.
What roll it be?
So,
Alright, guess we're sticking
so
with that
may it
16.
roll.
So may it roll. He said that he doesn't know of any more traps set up on the base other than the one you guys already found in the front door. The head count he gives you, there's like 6 of them stationed here normally, but they had someone arrive recently from Turcalis base.
And where are they staying?
They are staying in the command office because they outrank everyone else here.
Of course.
Kick someone out of his bedroom.
No, they didn't have like a commanding officer here.
Okay.
They were all at Turcalis base. So
Why you gotta stop my fun? I want to invent office drama.
This is what we
I'm sure the
thrive on.
Reptoids have plenty of office drama. He also mentions that there is a brig, and they have a prisoner held there.
When did the prisoner
Who?
arrive?
Interesting.
Several days ago.
Do you know the prisoner's name?
Perhaps it's one of the mercenaries.
His name is Kabotu.
Kabuto,
What is he?
my favorite Pokemon.
You mean not Lord Helix, our Lord and Savior?
Kidding me? Dome fossil, ride or die. What are you talking about?
Kubotu. All right. Well,
But this constable doesn't know much about the prisoner other than that the higher ranking reptoids who left him here were going to come back in a week or so to pick him up.
So he wasn't brought here from the station that we were just at.
No.
Okay.
Don't recognize the name. And I have a computer in my brain.
Right?
yes, you're very
You know
smart.
all things.
Yes, you're very smart. Now shut up.
Just an artificial eidetic memory, I think, is what's going on.
I'm sure we'll have a chance to meet them.
I should hope so. An enemy
but
of my
that's
enemy
all
is my
that-
friend and all that.
That the
Sometimes.
constable really can tell you guys.
Turn him back
Okay.
off.
Turn him off again. Yeah, across the hall you do see a door with a sign on it. So like red, it has like a stop kind of symbol. Does anybody have Reptoid as a language?
Ooh, no, but
Oh.
I feel like I have a thing for this. Isn't there a way to use culture to
Yeah, you can use culture to figure
try
out
and read? Yeah.
languages you don't
Ogden will
recognize.
try the same.
Yeah, let's go ahead
Okay.
and do that.
5, but we can roll then math. Yeah, Ogden, you can figure out it reads "Do not open" in Reptoid. Irish, you're not sure what it says.
All right, that's fair. I did roll a 3, even with all of my bonuses.
No, I just told you. It says do not open.
Oh, okay.
I'll pick it up next
So
level.
obviously we should open. Yeah, I guess so. Now we have a reason to.
And it is locked.
Lasco gets out his engineering kit and tries to undo that.
Iris is going to take a couple steps back. Like approximately 15 feet worth of steps back.
19's probably not enough. Oh, I don't have that cred stick buff anymore, do I?
Oh no, you don't.
It's okay. I didn't include it. I'll just delete that from the thing.
So do we
that's 19.
really want to be opening this? I'm just saying, like, normally it doesn't say do not open, like, because there's treasure inside. Usually there's like big warnings about not opening doors because, you know, it's an exhaust like vent or something bad is behind that door. That's all I have to say about this.
It could be the prison as well.
Do what you will.
It could be the prison, yes, or the brig. That's the proper. I don't know.
Yes, the brig.
Do I fail to unlock it?
You do fail to unlock it, yes.
I try again. I get one higher.
I'll give it to you as a 20. The door's hatch opens into a space very small. There's a rustic brig containing a fold-out cot and a sonic lavatory. Inside, you do see this guy.
Ah,
Oh, cool! You have 4 arms. Why do you get 4 arms?
Yeah, he's got 4 arms.
and what is he doing when I unlock the door and step in?
Sitting on the cot. Oh, you're not one of the reptoids.
No,
Well,
we're
how
not.
would you know?
Aren't you?
Well, sort of. Afraid I made a few missteps, and I'm not sure what they're planning to do with me.
Did you used to work for them?
Well, reptoids don't really have a choice but to work for reptoids. I don't know
I
how
see.
much we really know about reptoids, but
We would appreciate anything you can tell us about them, if you're willing.
well, the station's been on alert. Recently, there was a starship arrived, and I thought I was going to be taken off world again, but it wasn't. They weren't coming back for me. I don't know who they are, but they must be important.
That was probably us arriving, actually.
Well, the starship
You're
was
right.
the people who we were chasing.
Hmm.
Oh, I see.
How did
Oh,
you
they
get
arrived
into this?
here.
How did you get into this predicament?
Oh, like I said, I think I made a few missteps along the way.
Like
And,
what?
well, now I'm
Checks.
like getting caught and thrown in the brig. Please, I just want to get out of here before they come back for me.
Why should we trust you?
Well, you're obviously no friends of this listening station.
Yes.
But we don't know whether you're friends of this listening station.
You think they just keep their own locked in the brig for the hell of it?
I think reptoids are very deceitful and can lay a lot of traps.
Ogden will be
That's
listening to this and make an insight check, perhaps.
Sure. But believe me, I want nothing to do with
Sense
the rest of
motive.
these reptoids for as long as I live. He seems to be telling you the truth.
Okay.
I'll also do a sense motive.
Yeah, checks out.
You're all pretty sure he's telling the truth. Adelaide might still think he's a little bit sketchy because of the one, but
All right.
Uh,
What is your name?
my name is Kabotu.
Botu. Right, they just told us that in the other room across the hall. Well, Kabotu,
Right.
I am Ogden.
Plendathu.
A pleasure. I'd prefer to stay here while you clear the base. I fear that I am not as strong as I was before I was captured.
I assume he doesn't have any equipment. He doesn't have those guns that the picture shows him with.
Right, yeah. Doesn't have any weapons or anything.
That's fine. We will lock you back up in here so that if things go wrong, you can deny having to do anything to do with us. We will retrieve you when we have cleared the area of hostiles.
That would be perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
Can you tell us anything about the others in this base?
Just that there's usually 6 here, 3 constables, 3 infiltrators, and then there are 3 Weltzelts. I don't know who came on that starship, though.
Very well. Thank you for your cooperation. We'll be back. And I guess we leave and lock the door behind us. Yep.
Okay.
Still don't totally trust him.
No. Me, Tom, I don't trust him, but Ogden has rolled the sense motive and Ogden has decided to trust them.
Yeah, there's sense motive and then there's trust, right? You can be like, yeah.
I suppose. I don't want to feel like I'm metagaming, though, so I...
It's not metagaming, just, yeah, I don't know. I feel like trust is bigger than like trusting one sentence, right?
I suppose so, yeah.
Like when you succeed, when your sense motive tells you that someone isn't lying, it's just telling them that you don't detect any deceit in that sentence.
Sure, yeah.
Standard check on this door to the north. Let me move the area. Checking for locks and traps and listening at the door.
And then...
Guys, do not see any traps. You do hear the sounds of like a communications area on the other side.
With
Okay.
people?
No, you don't really hear any voices. But you can hear like computer noises and things like that.
Beep.
I don't think you could hear typing and things through a door.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Really.
All right, then we will bust in.
Okay.
On the other side
Oh no.
of the door, yeah. There are 2 workstations, tons of communication equipment, and several computers. Nodens is actually over here, still working, because you guys never did raise the alarm. Not really. You just sort of beat everything up that you came across.
Brutal fashion.
Yes. And says, kill them all, and then hurriedly tries to finish typing whatever they're working on that.
Oh dear.
This is the doctor.
Yes. The doctor blew up all your
Okay.
friends.
The doctor did blow up all our friends.
Everyone who's ever tried to help you in the world is dead.
I mean, not these 3.
Well, yeah, except for you.
That's the sweetest thing Lasco's ever said to me.
Go ahead and get those initiatives for me.
Ogden got a 10.
One of these days,
So,
I'll
Lasco,
get
if you
an
wouldn't mind.
actual good initiative.
All right, Lasco.
Mr. Lasco, if you wouldn't mind, I'd just like to try something real quick.
Lesko will narrow his eyes and delay.
All right. Adelaide will cast Infinite Worlds as a 2nd level spell.
Okay.
And it's got a 10-foot radius, so I guess she'll focus it here, where it'll hit them, but not us.
10-foot radius.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Reflex save or be knocked prone.
Nice.
It's pretty cool.
Weltzelt's gonna make it. Infiltrator going to make it. The doctor is going to make it.
Does it do anything on success?
On success, they get knocked prone. Oh, on theirs? No, I don't think so.
Or be knocked prone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Drat. Well, there's a try.
As soon as that happens and they like grab the computers to stabilize themselves, Lasco zips across the room, tries to knock the doctor away from the computer. Do I actually do a... Yeah, that's actually too hard because combat maneuvers in Starfinder are very hard. So I'm going
They
to...
are very hard.
Yeah.
Unless you build very explicitly for them.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna try?
Trying to trick attack her to like stop her from using the computer or like disrupt her computer's check or whatever. I failed the trick attack. That's a 25 to hit for 12.
So you do hit for 12. Unfortunately, you don't really need a computer's check to send email. On her turn, she like jams the send button, and then she will.
I should have like broken the computer or something.
You could have tried. You could have.
I feel like this was a plot email, though,
It was sort of a plot email.
for dramatic tension.
For dramatic effect. And she's gonna run for the door, I think. Moving 5, 10, opening this door, and
Does she? Does that provoke?
It will provoke, yeah.
Crit her. Crit her. Oh, it was close.
No crits. That's a 10.
But yeah, she will take 10 damage. She runs off. And then
Well, she can't go far. Hopefully.
this infiltrator here is gonna pull a gun and shoot Blasco.
Oh dear.
He's, trying to harm the doctor. 21 to hit your EAC for 8 non-lethal fire damage. And then Iris.
Iris is going to shout at Lasco to pursue the doctor, and then will themselves move. Oh gosh, do I really want to do this? No, I don't. We'll actually stay there and full attack the electric dog.
You and Adelaide are currently in the same space. One of you needs to not be in that space.
Okay.
That'll do. Because realistically, you guys couldn't have both been there when we started anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's only a 10 on the first attack, but a 21 on the second. How many rerolls do we have? Did I see an inordinate number of rerolls, or is that
We do still have an inordinate number of rerolls, yes.
I'm gonna
another?
take a reroll. Yeah. Why
All
not?
right, this will turn trippy.
Oh, hungry.
I am hungry.
We weren't worried about you.
I had a
Dragon.
feeling though. All right.
Oh, goodness gracious.
And another.
That's a good reroll.
That's a great reroll.
We have done that twice today collectively.
Yeah. Additional damage, sir?
It is a cosmic crit, in fact, you guys.
Ooh.
I
Max
see.
damage twice.
Pretty.
That's 43 total. It is not looking good.
It's all
Not looking
non-lethal.
good at all.
Thanks, Trippy. I knew I'd use one of your rerolls properly one of these days.
That's the second re-rolled crit that we've got today.
Same,
That's
yeah.
awesome.
We've done that twice collectively today. It's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
And then it'll be Ogden's turn.
Well, Adelaide has stepped in front of Ogden. So Ogden will, I guess, fire past Adelaide, because looking at the stream, and Ogden can see this through the door, even if I can't on my map because of the dynamic lighting. There's no good way for me to get in there and shoot people without provoking anyway. So Ogden is going to shoot through Adelaide. We'll make this a Mark II sedative on this pupper.
Okay.
Electric pupper. 26 to
That's
hit
nice.
for max damage of 16 plus. Ugh. Plus 2.
Minimum
18.
damage.
That
Yes.
pupper is, that creepy reptoid pupper is down.
All right, excellent. And then Ogden will
Another
move
one that
into the
didn't
room.
even get a turn.
Now it doesn't get a turn. Yep, and then it'll be Adelaide's turn.
Quick question. Which way did the doctor go?
Through the
Out
north door.
the
Okay.
north airlock door.
Hmm.
Oh,
All
could
right,
Ogden have opened the door on his as the last part of his move action?
The doctor had just moved through it, so
Yeah. I thought they
Probably.
took a turn to
Oh,
psych.
it's still open.
probably
or
still
something.
open. Yeah.
Okay, then Ogden ends his turn over here instead.
Okay.
Sorry.
No worries. Adelaide, what you doing?
Adelaide's going to. How hurt does she look?
No
The-
one's hit that infiltrator
baddie?
yet.
Okay. Okay. Adelaide will cast. What's a good one? It's an infiltrator. Oh, ectoplasmic barrage. Whap.
Whap whap.
Uh, 24 will hit for 7 bludgeoning damage. Each projectile does 2d6. Oh, up to 2 creatures. It's only 1 projectile. If you're only hitting 1. Got it. All right. Lasco.
Yeah, I guess Laska will take Iris's suggestion. Dashing out of this room.
Much faster than this woman.
That's 1 move action. And then I'll do a trick attack. Oh, hello. Getting up here. And giving another smackdown. To decrease her speed.
Nice.
Oh, that's interesting.
boy.
Oh my god.
That's another
Oh.
crit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Oh,
goodness.
no.
Roll your
Oh, no.
trick attack damage again, I suppose.
Is that a 3d8? Yeah. So that's, oh yeah, you got it.
And she's down.
Nice.
Non-lethally.
Oh god.
That is it for the doctor.
That'll really slow her speed down.
Yeah. The infiltrator is going to shoot Adelaide.
Rude.
Yeah, well, you
Understandable,
spell.
but rude.
at her. And that is a crit for 8 non-lethal fire damage.
Okay.
She moves this way a bit. Iris.
Run up to here and strike her.
How rude.
Unarmedly. 21 to hit
That'll
KC.
For 13 bludgeoning damage. Just punches her in the face.
Yep.
Ogden.
Ogden takes a running shot behind him. Not mechanically speaking, but he's going to shoot at... Oh, yeah, she's right on the inside here. So Ogden will fire at the infiltrator, as you say. We'll make this just a regular shot. Call it a -2 to AC, though. No, you know what? I'm not even going to waste a biohack on her. Regular double tap shot. 15 versus CAC.
Will hit for 9 piercing damage.
Nice. And then Ogden... Nope, can't go that far. Ogden gets to here, looks around the corner, and says, "Oh, well done, Lasco."
Laska nods.
And that's my turn.
All right, Adelaide.
Adelaide will take out her Electrovore statuette and summon it to here, right next to the infiltrator, and he will do a bitey bite. Of course, naturally, I closed that window where I could tell you how much his bitey bite goes for, but I'll just a moment.
The bitey bite, the Electrovore,
Mm-hmm.
Alien Archive 30.
Yes.
Because why would they print the stats in a book?
That would just be too easy, man.
Too easy.
Again, I get
Yeah.
page counts and word counts and stuff like that, but my
God
goodness.
damn it! I linked to the figurine, but not to the
1d4 plus 3 bludgeoning. It's a tail slap is +9 to hit.
Okay, so what's the AC?
KAC.
Yeah, but
What's the attack roll?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's a d20 plus 9.
Yeah, D20 plus 9.
okay. So 12.
I don't see anything on.
There it is.
Yes.
12 is going to miss,
Okay.
which will bring us back to Lasco.
Hearing the sounds of combat still going on, Laska will dash past Ogden. and lay this operative out.
Okay. Yep. This is the thing you have
Damn,
to do.
Lasco.
This one is unconscious.
Yeah, I'm rolling well.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Well done.
That's great.
You find yourself standing in the now quiet. I had to bounce back for her stats. Control center here. There, like I said, there are 2 workstations and a bunch of communications equipment here. You guys can make an intelligence or culture check as you look around.
Look around.
Sure.
Look at computers. Yeah.
Ogden will be making checking on the doctor to make sure that she's stable for questioning.
So that's actually 26. And if there's
Yeah.
anything about a corporation,
You all realize that this is a Reptoid communications center that you're standing in. The computers, obviously, you would need to hack if you wanted to get into them. There is a artificial personality here that you can talk to if you'd like.
Maybe they're
interesting.
friendly.
Sure. I guess Ogden will drag the doctor back into the room. Is that what we want to
Iris
do?
was just thinking of doing that too. Iris
Yeah.
will help.
We slump her up against one of these computer consoles.
Sure. And then step back and let the marshal do his job. Their job.
Do we want to talk with the AI first, or do we want to talk with the doctor?
I slightly worry that the doctor will be able to give the AI commands.
Yeah.
So then we should talk to the AI first, yes?
Sure.
All right.
So Al, do I have to do a computer check to activate the AI or something?
No, you can activate the AI without a computer's check.
Oh, I also dismissed the electro board when combat ended.
Okay.
Marshal, Ms. Fortwith. I gesture towards the AI.
Oh, I didn't know I could diplomacy in AI. First time for everything. I could try. Hello. Please identify yourself.
And you say this in common?
I guess. I mean, I don't speak Reptoid.
Yeah, it doesn't respond to you.
Who speaks Reptoid?
No, until next
Not I.
level.
Ogden will,
I meant everyone.
and then we'll take it, and then we'll never need it. Ogden will try speaking to it in Draconic.
Oh yeah. I have a bunch of languages. We can cycle through them. Common, Yosoki, Vesk, Aklo, Infernal, Triaxian, Eaxian.
I'm more interested in what you're saying than what language you're using. It understands you.
Oh, I
It
see.
just doesn't believe that you're authorized to use it. Therefore, it is not responding to you.
I see.
Oh. Well, I mean, I can bluff that.
Mm-hmm.
This station is now under new control. It has been determined that the staff here were acting against orders. I'm from higher command.
Give me a bluff check.
That's a 21.
Ah. Why do you not speak the proper language?
I need to stay in character.
Method acting.
All right. How can I help?
Please give me a report of the last message that you sent, or that was sent through this station.
The last message sent from this station went to Roselight, reporting dangerous criminals that have escaped from Tarkalis base.
Don't know who those are.
They will have to be dealt with.
Strange.
Tell me more about the purpose of this station.
This station exists to send reports to Roselight.
Reports about?
All activities conducted in Tarkalis base.
How long has it been in operation?
Many years.
She...
Tell us more about Roselight.
Please hold while I open the next book.
Retrieving data from deep storage.
Yes, yes, we have to access the spinning disk
From
drive for
compressed
that
files.
information.
Yeah.
So therefore, it will take a moment.
No, the physical spinning discs, Liz, not the spinning disc icon.
Roselight is a city, a Brethaden city that
Oh, it's
is
not
controlled by
secret at all.
corporate- No, it's controlled by corporate interests. It's run by the Office of Commercial Interests specifically. It's a floating city. You guys will have some more time to learn all about it, but the AI will sort of fill you in on, it'll tell you the
Facts.
population
Yeah.
and how long it takes to get
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, if it's corporate, like Adelaide probably knows all about it.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a secret base.
It is indeed not a secret base.
Tell us about the
So there
reptoid.
seems to be...
Tell us about our operation on Roselight. Or our presence on Roselight.
Our superiors are in Roselight.
It goes all the way to the top!
I mean, the galaxy doesn't have a top.
It's a reference.
All right.
Okay, Adelaide will kind of look at the others like, anything else?
So sort of like using the AI to go through the files on the computer.
Yeah.
Since none of you can read Reptoid and sort of have to have them translated, you can find entries on specific Reptoid agents identified with number and their identities. You can identify Narla, Yalamus, Chez, Diasha, and Orovir Pike certainly as being Reptoid agents. It looks like Narla and Chez served at the steward station on Roselight before being assigned to Tarkalis base. It becomes very clear that the Reptoids have infiltrated the steward station at Roselight, on Roselight, in Roselight, whatevs. There are some agents that are no longer communicating with superiors who have gone missing.
Sorry, so to be clear, the mercenaries that like we allied with were Reptoids, but like they didn't know.
No, what's her name? Our friend who was in the med bay.
You'll recall from the inspector's computer in the last section that they were thinking about replacing Conoco, but they wanted to take the time to do it right, so there wouldn't be people wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they were like scheduled to be replaced, but they hadn't been, or at least the important ones. It didn't sound like they were going to replace all the.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. So the base was not 100% Reptoid. It was just like the top, and a lot of the soldiers were Reptoids, but not everyone.
All the stewards there were Reptoids.
So the base was all Reptoids. The mercenary company was not all Reptoids.
Right.
I see. Okay.
Yet.
They were still
Yes.
new.
Okay.
Yet, exactly.
You do find that there's been a full briefing made of you to unnamed superiors, including photos, your personal information, and video of you fighting on board the Void Crier and Intercala Space. And then there's a second report transmitted to the stewards on Roselight that's been doctored with the same kind of evidence implicating you in the destruction of Tercalis Base and naming you wanted terrorist.
And that was sent to the stewards.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sucks.
What's interesting about this is that if this is released publicly, this will affect our other versions as well.
Yeah.
It's true. That might come up down the line.
I imagine the other Adelaide will be very upset about being apprehended.
Mm.
That would definitely
All
throw
right.
off my schedule.
I can work with this. This is leverage.
AI, can you give us a schematic of this base?
The AI can give you a schematic of this base.
Sweet.
Let me just do this.
Move all the monsters to the GM layer.
What? And then I can turn off the dynamic lighting.
Oh, there's really not that much more to explore here. It's just a giant hangar. And then
And a
some other
reactor.
rooms, admittedly. Yes. Which I'm sure will explode in spectacular fashion as we leave this place.
That's what reactors are for, right? Reactors are just bombs.
Yes, they're giant bombs designed to blow up bases.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
the report that you are terrorists is a lot of that is in common, so you guys can, with the AI's help, sort of find it and read it. It's like legit and convincing.
mhm.
It has definitely gone out.
AI, tell me about the prisoner in the brig.
Good call, Miss Fortune.
Ooh, good. Yeah, good move.
Yeah, it tells you that the prisoner in the brig is a Kasatha Reptoid hybrid named Kabotu, and he's been left here until the Reptoids who left him come back to pick him up.
And that he is not no. Okay, and like, does it say why he's a prisoner? Like that he clearly no longer wants to work with the Reptoids, or like how bad?
He stole something important. He's a thief and a liar, and they haven't decided what they're going to do with him yet.
That is not. That's not a great recommendation for us.
No, it is, because they stole from the reptile.
No, it's still not great. Look. If like it had said that like had like ruined our plan because they no longer seem interested in infiltrating the galaxy, that would be good for us. But like all they've demonstrated is that they're out for themselves, which is just as bad for us as it is for them.
And we're not.
Yeah, I mean,
He's not a strong ally, but he is a potential ally. And we'll just keep an eye. We'll just keep an eye on him then. That's all.
a Reptoid
He's
Kasatha
not someone that we should
hybrid.
explicitly trust. Yes,
didn't
I was
know
not
that.
aware that reptoids could hybridize themselves with other races.
That implies
have-
an interesting backstory.
They would have to in order to imitate Kasathans, wouldn't they? They can't grow extra arms.
I do wonder about that.
Do you propose we arm the prisoner agent?
Absolutely.
It's funny because you said,
No pun intended. Yes, I get it.
Um,
That's why I was saying absolutely not.
I don't believe that's necessary for now. He needs to prove himself first, and then perhaps we give him one of our very bad armaments. Nothing high capacity. But you, in situations like this, you don't always get to choose your allies, and I have found it easier to sometimes make mistakes than keep everything from someone that you don't 100% trust. If we give him an opportunity to betray us, then it just outs him as a traitor. If, to your point of whether or not we need him, again, anyone from... he's a reptoid. He could have information abound of just their inner workings, right? He could tell us things that nobody knows.
I imagine we're holding like a mute button or something for the AI so it doesn't hear us saying this.
Sure. And at the very least, his race is obvious, so that if we run across real stewards, him saying that he was part of a reptoid invasion might carry more weight than us saying it. Because he is obviously a reptoid.
Very
All
possible.
We'll have to ask
You
him
and I
about
have-
his transformation capabilities.
You and I have
Very
convinced myself.
Glad to
AI,
hear it, Mr. Lasko.
tell me about the contents of room F7.
This unit is authorized to help with access of computer files, not inventory.
Oh, well,
Iris goes and opens the door to F7.
Oh, that works too.
Crazy.
F7 is a storage closet.
Neat.
There's containers and cleaning equipment. You do find 2 sealed 1 bulk bricks of 1,000 UPBs and an unsealed bin containing another 325.
So
Sorry, how many total UPBs?
1325.
2,325. What? Oh.
Oh, 13.
Or 2
There
of
were
them.
2 sealed crates.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
So double that?
2,
2,325.
2325.
5 UPBs.
Okay. Got it.
Cool.
Is it worth doing a
fine.
further perception check for any other stuff, or I can just...
No, there's nothing like hiding in here.
Is it worth investigating the bathrooms in case there's any precious soaps?
There are no
I do like
precious
the little
notes.
hotel soaps. Okay.
I'm very curious about the
the
commander's...
towels.
I am very curious about the commander's quarters.
Um,
F9, yeah.
yeah, there's a desk with a high-backed chair and 2 smaller chairs in front. Sitting area with a couch, low table, comfortable chairs, curtain partitioning off a large bed and a wardrobe. Clean, but it looks like nobody's stayed here in a while.
AI, why has there been no, what's the word? Leadership here? Or commanding officer?
Until
Command
we
is not
got here.
required to hold a backup base.
Okay.
Is basically
All right,
the answer it gives you. Like, there's they keep a skeleton crew here in case
Gotcha.
they need it again, but this base has not been really the main focus since they took Turcalis.
That makes sense.
Mm.
Very well. Shall we interrogate the doctor?
Yes.
Yes. Can do that.
She does have some stuff that I should give you.
Yeah, stuff. We like stuff.
Stuff's good.
I'm a fan of stuff.
Might I
All right, I'll
suggest
start writing this down.
bring her into the hangar in F12 so she can't run away again.
Sure.
I
I
am
trust your
willing to
judgment
bet
in
the
in
hangar
securing
might
her.
have some sort of fight.
Yeah, I mean, we can just put binders on her, and all
Okay.
and all
And then we
surround
could bring
her.
her to
We surround
bring her to the
her.
rec room or something like that.
I think the hallway would be fine, honestly. We surround her, put binders
Okay.
on her. She's not going to get anywhere.
Ooh, a zoologist
doing?
injector pistol.
Mhm.
Marshal, Miss Forthwith.
All right.
Iris,
Adelaide will give us each a +1.
indeed. And Iris wakes her up.
Yeah, she has nothing nice to say to you.
I have nothing nice to say to her. Iris,
Can you
Iris
at
wakes
least get her? Can you at least get her to unlock her comm unit?
yeah, Iris wakes her up and just kind of like gives her the stare down to start. And if she doesn't have anything to say, they will, after a moment, say, "You have been a very serious problem for us four. I hope you understand the gravity of the situation you're in. Now, if you would please, your comm unit." And then realizing that her hands are bound, Iris will actually go into her pockets and turn them out. Does she
Yeah, you
have
find
her?
the things there.
Iris
So,
won't even bother with it. Iris just tosses the comm unit to Glasgow.
Lester will try to hack it while they talk to her.
yeah, give me a computers check.
What's your motivation in framing us as terrorists?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Why?
get in.
Oh.
Why do you think? You destroyed our base.
So it's vengeance.
You put our entire operation at risk. We can't be going out and telling people. Now no one will believe anything you say. And even when you leave here, everyone will assume that you're enemies of the Pact Worlds.
As I
Well, then I
recall, you
suppose
were the
we'll have to
ones
bring
who
some evidence with us.
destroyed your own base.
I told him that he should just kill you.
Why didn't he want to kill us? Why didn't he want to kill us?
And also, who's him?
That's what I was going to ask.
The head of the base.
Inspector Hurd, who I assume has a reptoid name that I don't know and can't pronounce.
The guy we
says
crit twice.
that you don't know and can't pronounce. Well, he thought you might be useful. I told him you'd been too corrupted by the Greys. Trash. Nothing but trash. Failed experiments.
Well, don't forget, it's these failed experiments have defeated you and your lackeys at this base. So have a little more respect.
Ha! You think defeating us here changes anything?
What's the relationship between you and the Greys?
You really are stupid. The Greys are our only real threat in the universe. Don't you know anything?
A
Well,
wise
you
man
already
knows
imagine us to
nothing.
be. You already think that we're stupid. Why not explain to us and prove your superiority?
The Pact Worlds are full of children. The only threat to us running it all are the Greys.
How are their objectives any different from yours?
Iris will actually.
That is an older and deeper conflict than lesser beings could understand.
Interesting.
Do the Greys want to control things the same way that you do?
The Greys have their own motives. Even we don't know why they do what they do.
Disappointing. I'm done with her.
Yes, Iris will.
One question actually. How did you become aware of us?
Aware of you? You were inside of a Grey laboratory. We found you during our assault. What do you mean, how did we become aware of you?
So you were surprised to find us as we were to encounter you.
We weren't surprised to encounter experiments, no.
Have you been monitoring our
Ches and
counterparts?
Darla thought you might be useful. They acquired you.
Have you been monitoring our counterparts?
Counterparts?
The other versions of us.
Other versions of you?
Yeah, you
She
guys
does not seem to know everything that she claims to.
Well, that's
Iris
a hypothesis.
off to the side kind of whisper it, that there is an unsettling fact we have not considered. Perhaps our originals have long since passed.
Who knows?
Ogden grits his teeth at the mention of originals.
Iris will look back at the doctor and say, "Well, nothing you have given me has given me any reason to believe you're any worth to us alive. You've got to give me something to work with here. If you can give me some proof, perhaps that you've set us up as traitors and terrorists, I will be more inclined to leave you and your base intact so you can go about your nefarious deeds. But if not, I may have to just reduce this to a smoking crater."
Sorry, are you saying
Talking to the doctor and threatening
Yeah,
her.
Talking to the doctor, threatening her with an intimidation check. Oh my. We're going to use a
Take a
reroll.
reroll.
We have a lot of rerolls, right? Or have I burned through them all?
Take a reroll.
Yeah, you can have one. This
All
one's
right.
from Chaos.
All right.
Thanks.
Wow.
What the?
Go ahead. Destroy this base.
Oh
It
no!
doesn't change anything.
So
Okay.
I'm a little unclear about what her stance on the clones were. Was she like playing dumb, or?
I don't know if she knows that we're clones.
But like
I-
he said that. He said
Yeah,
that's what he
somebody said
suspects.
suspected clones.
No. I don't think she has any reason to be lying to us right now. And again, they just found us.
Yeah, maybe he just never shared that theory with her.
You heard?
What information do you have on us? From before?
Before.
What?
I mean, our outside lives.
You're lab rats. You never had outside lives.
Well, that's very interesting too.
Lab rats don't have lives.
So you don't believe
Think
that we are
your pathetic
replacements?
existence means anything to me?
Well then, I vote killer.
Ogden says,
I've heard enough.
I think
and-
this conversation is over.
Yes.
And Ogden would actually like to do the honors here.
I was just
Ogden
going to
will,
actually gesture for Ogden to knock her back out.
Or a lethal injection,
okay.
Whatever floats your boat.
Yeah, Ogden was feeling a lethal injection. And I don't know that he's like telling anybody that either.
That seems evil.
This lady is evil, and Ogden's pissed off. Ogden is going to give her the last of his super medicinals that he formed so many days ago.
Fair enough.
So he'll take his syringe stick, load it with something, and just jab it into her neck.
All right. Coup de grace. The doctor slumps to the floor in a heap, changes back into her reptoid form.
Let's investigate the reactor, since we haven't looked in that room at all. See how long it has until it explodes on its own.
Yeah.
That's what reactors do.
Well, this one's actually geothermal.
Ooh.
And it does not look like
So
it's
the
intended to
whole
explode
prison
at any
planet?
moment. It's very hot in the room. Just a bunch of machines and monitors. Yeah, you're trained in engineering, so it's a high-tech, self-regulating geothermal power core. You can shut it down. It won't explode.
Nice.
It's geothermal. It's not nuclear. It doesn't explode.
Lasco relays this to the party, but adds, I don't see any reason to destroy it, or this base. There's a remote chance that its existence can act as evidence in our favor.
Indeed.
Remote.
Makes sense.
Iris wants to try and listen at this hangar door, see if there's anything going on the other side.
Could we check the... Oh no, the AI is not inventory. Oh well.
No,
Is
not
it,
any resistance that you think it is. Listening at that door, you do hear a little bit of movement on the other side.
Ogden
it is also locked.
reloads his pistol.
It is also locked. Okay.
Weapons
Weapons up.
We'll try to unlock it.
Adelaide will take out a crystal of, a spell gem of mirror image.
Okay.
If the 21 isn't good enough, I'll just use, I don't know, the doctor's comm unit. That probably has a
you guys can get it open easily enough. On the other side, you do in fact see a landing bay, and the Void Crier parked here. You also see two baddies who are hunkered down behind some boxes. Actually, let me move them back a little bit. I sort of knew you were coming. You guys spent a lot of time talking very loudly in that hallway.
Fair.
They built a
right
little
outside
bit of a
this door.
barricade.
Okay, that's fair.
And they are ready for you when you open the door. They're going to take a couple of pot shots at you guys. Partly because you guys have just, you've been slaughtering
Taking our sweet
everything. Let them have a couple of pot shots here.
They've earned this.
Yeah, as a 22 against Iris for 8 fire damage. Sorry, 9 fire damage.
This
Fire
is a prudent
damage.
time to... Okay, you do have a thermal capacitor, because we found another one, and I wanted to take it.
And a 25 to hit Lasco for also 8 fire damage. I think I rolled the wrong one, but that's okay. Same number of attacks. Let me get these guys on the initiative. And sort.
Is now a good time to go to break?
Yeah, it is. In fact, they take a couple of shots at you guys as you open the door, and then we go into the investigators beat the crap out of everything mode. We will,
out of 2 mooks.
Yep, just bang bang. That's how this is going to go. So we'll be back here in about 15 minutes. We'll come back at 35 after the hour to finish up in this base and figure out where our investigators are going next. Don't go anywhere, anybody. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the break. I know we all took a minute to recenter, hit the bathroom, all that jazz. And And I think we're now ready for this fight. Are y'all ready for this fight?
It's not going to be a very hard fight, right? We've fought these two mooks before. They look the exact same.
No, this
Hmm.
is actually the boss fight, Simon. The boss was not the one that you crit and dropped in one hit.
And more mooks.
It's too late. Should have done it during break.
I should have just put it like a zillion mooks on the board and been like, haha! Now what are you gonna do, Pronkers?
It's like a double reptoid thing. One of the bosses disguising themselves as a disguised mook.
Man, that's
If I
where we
may,
get threefold conspiracy from.
Oh, we found the second fold.
If I may share a quick anecdote, this brings in more mooks. Reminds me of I was running Dead Suns this week, and I did a weird thing where I brought my players up to level 20. They are now level 20. My fiance Sarah is playing Solarian. Solarians do 12d6 plus obscene amounts of numbers, with their solar weapons at level 20. So I throw a Zitzi at them, which is from Alien Archive 3. It's a CR19 gargantuan skeleton metal craziness, has 425 health. A couple people take shots at it when they see it. Health. Not enough health, it turns out, because Solarians can attack 3 times when they full attack. So she moves her Solarian over there in the first round of combat. It takes a couple swings at him and stuff, does some cool, crazy boss stuff. And then she's like, okay, well, I'm going to full attack. Hits it 3 times, does over 300 damage in 1 turn. And I just, my jaw hit the ground. Luckily, I had planned to have 2 in the encounter. I just didn't expect the second one to arrive after the first one died. And so I was like, don't think I'm just salty about this. But another one appears.
I don't believe you.
No, it had a different token. So
Of course.
Yeah. But anyway, sorry. Yeah. So that's a funny thing that happened in Dead Suns.
Players are the worst.
They really are. You can't trust them.
The players are why I can't have nice things, man.
I know. I was so excited for these Easy Matils, and then a Solarian happened.
Can't run game with him. Can't run game without him.
True.
Too true.
As you're just sort of telling stories by yourself, you might as well write a novel.
I was going to say, that's just called writing a book.
I mean, there are some single-player RPGs out there. There's the 8,000-year-old vampire. Sorry, we should play Starfinder. That's why they're here.
Sure.
No
That
way.
is why they are
Alright.
here.
This infiltrator here does get to go first as combat breaks out. It's going to take a shot at Iris.
Oh no.
Like you do. And that's going to miss because I'm pretty sure a 14 doesn't hit your EAC.
You're pretty right.
Yeah. They're going to fall even further back behind this box. Ogden.
Ogden is going to cross to the west over here through the door and draw his pistol as he goes and level it at this jerk face here. Is there anything in between him and me? I see some graphics on the ground, but I wasn't sure if those were just tiles.
Yeah, those are just tiles, but I did say they had built like a makeshift barricade.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what then. This one doesn't seem to be behind a barricade. I seem to have a straight line of fire there. So we will instead, he'll weigh his options and then fire at Curly Hair. This will be with why not? Mark II medicinal sedative. That's only a 3 on the die though for a 13 to hit.
It's a miss.
That is a miss. All right. Well then that's my turn.
If you want them though.
Sounds like how many rerolls we got?
3.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take one. All
right, this one's from Ghost.
Thank you, Ghost.
I don't think he's there, but thanks, Ghost.
That's an 18 on the die. 28
That'll
to
hit.
Nice. So an additional 2d4 makes a total of 16 points of piercing damage, 4 of which is non-lethal. Although I guess the sedative isn't piercing damage, but you get what I mean.
Sedative
That is my turn. Oh, and then I start up the battle music because I don't forget that that's my job.
Iris.
Iris doesn't know what to do. There's no battle music.
It's coming.
There
There
it
it
is.
is.
Battle music. All right. We can fight.
Iris is in the zone now. And is going to run up to this guy and attack over the barrier.
You don't want to ready an action to attack?
And ready in action to attack over the barrier.
All right, Blasco.
Lasco will rush up alongside Iris, and as Iris slows down to stop at the barricade, Lasco leaps and jumps over it. I'm going to give you an acrobatics check.
Okay.
32.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Very, very nimble. Much wow.
And strikes at the same time as Iris.
That's without my flanking. I forgot to turn on flanking.
Ooh, that's a miss.
It should be a 19 instead of a 17.
That's a natural.
Yeah,
shoot from
Iris
Simon.
hits for 16.
Toot.
And Lasco is going to miss. All right. This guy drops his gun, pulls a hook sword, and goes to stab Iris.
They would.
19 versus KAC.
Do I have any sort of cover provided by the barrier between us?
No, now you're both just standing trying to hit each other over it.
Okay. Without any cover, then yes, that's just gonna hit.
That's going to be 10 slashing damage.
Ouch! 4 slashing damage.
Adelaide's turn.
Okay. Well, Adelaide's going to use her spell gem to cast Mirror Image. And she's going to move. 1, 2. Yeah. Okay, there.
She moves in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that's a move and a standard. This infiltrator is going to take a shot at Adelaide, who just moved between her and Ogden. And missed horribly as she shoots back behind this box. Ogden.
Okay. Ogden is no longer miffed at Adelaide for moving in the way because his quarry moved out of the way anyway. Ogden...
Sorry.
No, that's okay. Takes another shot at Curly. Mark 1 medicinal this time, because I still have those kicking around too. That's a 25 to hit for max of 20 points of damage.
That one is down.
Nice.
Excellent.
Down. All right, Lasco.
Lasco will continue to assault this guy along with Iris. Failed a trick attack. That will. By the way, that will be the last failed trick attack of this campaign. Thank you, everyone.
Calling his shots.
Iris also misses twice.
Oh no!
goodness.
Okay, maybe it won't be the last failed trick attack. I apologize.
No, you can't take it back.
Full round hook sword to the face. Misses both times. Adelaide.
Adelaide will cast Hazard over here, where it will hit the baddie, but not Lasco and Iris. And we did ice last time. Let's do fire.
Makes reflex save, sadly, but unsurprisingly. Your save's only 13 on that?
I guess.
Yeah, because it's a cantrip and it's
Yeah.
spell level plus your charisma mod.
Yeah.
Spell
All right.
saves in Starfinder are hard to get up.
It's true. Spell focus is required. Anything else?
She will move here to use that box as cover from the baddie.
Reptoid doesn't get a turn. Ogden.
All right, Ogden continues his rotation around this hangar and is going to fire into the back of this this reptoid here. Make it a Mark 1 medicinal again. That's a 27 to hit for
27 to hit.
14
Oh,
points
goodness.
of damage.
Ouch.
Mm.
All right, last go.
All right. Well, Laska will take another trick attack and see if my prediction was incorrect. My prediction was completely incorrect.
Oh my god!
Instead of, oh wait, no, it was correct. It was correct because I predicted that I would never fail again, and I succeeded. So I'm in the clear. I destroy him.
Yeah, unconscious. Very, very much so.
All right.
With the reptoids here defeated, y'all have free run of this base at this point. This is a gigantic underground hangar bay, just wide enough for the Void Crier, which is parked at the bay's far end, about 100 feet away from you. The vessel is still locked down, so you're going to need computers or engineering to get on board. But now you have a way to get off of this cronking moon.
Yes, off of this hell moon. All right.
Laska adjusts his tie and then rolls up his sleeves and moves towards the ship to unlock it and make sure that it's space ready.
Yeah, give me a computer.
Ogden will assist with computers if you're doing computers. You're not.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
But no alarm goes off or anything, so you can take 20 and get them open just fine.
Cool.
And if it did go off, who would hear it?
Yeah, everyone's dead.
Wow.
But
Just casually joking about murder.
No.
Should
Okay,
one of us
one murder.
go and retrieve
Everybody else is
our?
knocked out.
Should one of us go and retrieve our reptoid hybrid friend?
Yes, that's a good idea. We two could go if.
Yes, I think so.
All right. I think this should take us through to the front entrance. Is this a door here or no?
it is no,
Monitor.
there's not a door there. You have to go all the way back around.
Ogden promptly walks into the wall and then goes all the way back around.
Yep. Knock knock.
Oops.
Lasco
You can't
did
open it because it's locked.
Well, no, I know. It's more like to be like, hello, it's us.
Yeah, I just wonder how you two are getting in without Lasco.
Oh, like we have the comm unit
Oh.
from the guy in charge, right? We can use that to unlock it or something.
Oh yeah, Noden's data pad will
If that
do
is
it.
not the case. Okay, cool. Good.
Oh, you're back.
We survived.
Yes, we have eliminated the reptoids in charge of the space. We're getting off this rock. Would you like to come with us?
Thank you for the rescue. I do think I would be better off on my own. So I'm not sure where you're headed, but I'm not interested in picking any further fights with the reptoids.
Well, you see, I'm very sorry about that. Agent Velheim here made a mistake. made a mistake. He phrased that as a request. But I'm afraid we really do need you to come with us.
So you're
And I
just
guess-
going to free me to take me as your own prisoner?
Yes.
Ogden pulls Adelaide aside and says, "Why do we need to take him prisoner?" Out of earshot.
Because we need a reptoid to prove to people that we've actually encountered reptoids. The files alone won't be sufficient.
Suppose you're right. Well, I need you to butter him up then. I'm not much of a talker, although I can lie if you need to.
All right. Just to check, are there any other ships in the hangar?
No.
But there is the truck.
Mm-hmm. Yes, but I'll return to him. Well, let me put it this way. You have very few options here. And frankly, we'd like to help you. You can either leave on the one ship that is in the hangar bay with us, who have already proven that we will not harm you and are very unlikely to make you go head-to-head with any reptoids. Or two, we can leave you here with your temporarily disabled compatriots who, aside from the doctor, are all still quite alive. And leave you here with a vehicle, which is a truck, which has some substantial damage, to venture across a prison moon with no allies to perhaps the nearest settlement where... What is your plan then?
I think you're just going to let me go. You don't want to pick a fight. Not really. Give me a will save.
Ogden.
A will save.
Ooh.
Oh. Is this both of us or just targeting one of us?
Just Adelaide.
Interesting.
It's a 21?
Oh.
You do manage to break off the charm.
Oh.
But when you do that, you take 8 non-lethal damage straight to the brain.
Oh, hell. This guy's a level 8 Mindbreaker Mystic.
You get
Miss
a
Forthwith.
splitting headache.
Ogden looks between the two of them. There is no need for such unpleasantness. It is 4 of us against 1 of you.
That may be. But there's only 2 of you here now. You already said that there's a truck.
Might be a bit banged up, but if that's your style. Will you at least tell us what you were doing here? Why they took you prisoner?
He gives you some answer that's more satisfactory than the answers I have, because you don't like them. You guys have not allowed them to stand, so whatever would make you actually
Believe
stop
him.
asking him about it.
Okay.
Because
It's one of those.
all I have is those answers. He's in jail because he is.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Miss
Very
Forthwith,
well.
what do you think?
We were hoping for your assistance demonstrating the proof of reptoids. I suppose that the dead reptoid doctor will have to suffice, as opposed to a live reptoid. That was quite unnecessary.
I don't know. I don't know what Ogden would do right now.
Would you like to call a friend?
Yes.
I was thinking I would.
Ask Lasco his opinion.
Mr. Lasco, our prisoner here does not want to come with us, insists on leaving. Has also been attempted to be quite persuasive.
You have you been able to make any promises to him or guarantees in exchange for his compliance?
We've offered transport off this rock. He did not want it. He doesn't want to go where we're going. Understandably so. Doesn't trust us, I think.
Do you think that he will betray us?
Don't misunderstand me. He doesn't want to come with us.
Yeah. And I'm
That
quite
doesn't mean that-
Adelaide.
There seems to be nothing we can offer him, and I believe at the first opportunity, he would make a bid for freedom.
I wouldn't suggest bringing on a non-compliant prisoner. No.
Agreed. Would you mind
in fact,
asking?
as you guys are having this conversation, he just sort of makes a break for it.
Yep. And there he goes. All right. Would
Done
you
with you
mind
guys.
Ogden just steps
asking
back. That's fine.
Iris to secure the reptoid corpse? I think it might be useful as evidence.
If you guys don't stop him, he's going to take your truck and drive away at mad speeds.
Yeah, I think we're fine with that.
Wait,
yes,
did we get all of our
we
stuff
have-
out of the truck?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we did.
Okay.
I mean, I just had all my stuff's on my back.
Weird space caviar is in the truck still.
The what?
The weird space caviar.
Oh.
You stole your weird space caviar.
I don't remember space caviar.
Remember, they were
Whatever.
those grubs that people eat alive or something like that?
Worth a lot.
That like are woken
They
up.
didn't.
with
They didn't
pain.
have any listed value. We were gonna
Yeah.
figure it out later.
Sure. Whatever.
But I'm not
it was
attached.
gross space caviar anyway.
Unfortunate, but not too surprising.
A real red herring, wouldn't you
Return when
say?
No.
Return when you're ready. The ship is almost ready to go.
All right. We'll grab the doctor's body on the way out if Iris has not been able to secure it here.
Iris already has the body on the ship, assuming we're in there.
Cool.
Yeah,
All right.
you
The
guys.
ship has a
you guys
galley. We can put it in the fridge.
Gross.
Galleys don't usually have refrigerators.
Coffin
Well,
freezers.
We will instead, in fact, take it to the med bay. Which, oh wait, hold on, this is a different ship, or is this a ship we've been on before? We've been on this one before. Right?
This is the Void Crier, which I think you guys already have stats for.
That's okay. When we get to the vacuum of space, we can just kind of like secure it, but then vent the storage area.
No, see, because
Strap it down to
assuming
the airlock.
the ship has a med bay, we should be fine.
Okay.
There's cold storage for bodies in med bays.
Cool.
Yes, there is a med bay.
Right.
Okay.
All right, we're solid.
Good. Then
You guys
we
are-
I guess I will add that to my inventory. Dead reptoid.
Dead reptoid doctor.
leave this place behind.
You're once again on this void crier here. All these dead bodies are gone. But now it is your ship.
Hmm.
It is shiny and yours. We had to upgrade it to tier 7. You guys obviously don't need to do that right now. But that is a thing that you get to do. Presumably, the Reptoid has been working on it. Well, it's been here. It took some damage in the flight from Turkala space. So
Okay.
Yep.
It's been fixed up a bit.
Excellent.
And it's even shinier than it once was.
Nice.
Very shiny.
Oh. On the way out, Adelaide gets the silk sheets.
Sure.
I was considering that as well.
Only the best.
You steal the nice beds and put them on your starship.
Oh yeah. That better be reflected on our. That better be reflected on our build points, Simon, when we upgrade our ship to tier 7.
Yeah, you've upgraded your quarters. You do find another copy on the Void Crier's computers of the steward report of your terrorist actions. Iris can tell you that this probably didn't just go to Roselight. It probably went to every steward everywhere.
APB.
Yikes. Oh, that's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Is it associated with the ship or just our identities?
Your identities, specifically. They had no way of knowing that you were going to take this ship when they sent it out.
Yeah.
They had control of this ship.
Do we have access to the infosphere?
No, this moon does not have an infosphere.
And we won't have it in the drift, but we will have it when we leave it.
Okay.
You know that Nodens was sending real reports, like full reports, Reptoid-style reports, to a contact in Roselight. You guys can give me a culture or profession of a relevant type: actor, artist, corporate professional, herbalist, manager, merchant,
Professional.
or musician, to know some stuff about Roselight.
All right. I'm giving you a culture check. Reduce the DC by 5.
Well, if it's
and,
specifically about corporations, you're making a check on a
On a
city.
city.
Right now.
well, then give me a
Well,
+1 at the very least. So that's a 30.
Nice. We're all very cultured.
You are very cultured. What about Ogden? There it is, 26.
Ogden rolled a 26 culture, yes.
All right, so you all know that Roselight is also known as Ceres City. It's essentially Lavara's capital and a popular tourist spot for the Pact World's elite. It has scenic views, museums, nightlife, and is home to most of the Barathu who watch over Lavara. It's a major business and industry hub, despite its picturesque appearance. There are many gas refineries and warehouses in the city's lower levels, floating cities' lower levels, and some major mineral and biotech companies have headquarters above. The Office of Commercial Interests, or OCI, serves as the local government. Everybody except Lasco also knows that the OCI tightly controls who can approach the surface of Livara, including Roselight. Travelers must apply for a visa at the OCI satellite office in Upwell to travel without risk of being shot down. The OCI has much more influence on Roselight than on Upwell, but mostly focuses on protecting the native dreamers and the local environment. Most of the local police work is handled by private security firms and the local steward's base. In fact, Roselight is home to a large steward precinct.
That is made mostly of reptoids. Says that right in the database.
I'm going to pass.
Oh, man. What if all the stewards are just reptoids? It's reptoids all the way up.
Leaf, I'm just going to pass you this info on the stewards there.
Well, we know that at least. We know of at least one steward who is not a reptoid.
As far as
Are you
we know.
sure? Are you sure? I'm not.
All right, we've got to kill you to find out, and then
You could also make checks on Upwell itself.
Upwell.
See what you know about that. Again,
Do that.
culture, irrelevant.
All's
Profession,
well
in
and
this case.
up well.
these rolls.
Worker, merchant, smuggler.
That's a 31.
Very nice.
Nat 20.
Everybody knows that Upwell is an enormous space station run by the gas mining corporations that control Lavara. It orbits the planet above the city of Roselight, its so-called sister city, which floats in Lavara's atmosphere. While it has a corporate-run police force, law enforcement authorities don't generally care about how you behave, as long as you don't damage the station, interfere with corporations' interests, or to a lesser extent, disrupt local business. Adelaide is above 20 and knows that the Barathus from Bertheta administer Lavara through the Office of Commercial Interests, or OCI, though they generally turn a blind eye to most of what happens in Upwell. Still, making a reputation as a troublemaker is a sure way to get barred from visiting Lavara or Roselight.
Best behavior, everyone.
How difficult will it be to get into the city, either of them, while we are known terrorists?
Perhaps we could work on some disguises.
Do
I received some small training on that.
do I have any like contacts in Rosewood that I've worked with as part of L21 back in my legal days?
Roselight, you mean?
Roselight, yes.
You might. You're still going to need to avoid like having to run past the powers that be. You'll still need a passport to get down there from Upwell.
Right. But is that something that they can like wire, that my contacts can wire me a fake version of?
Probably not wire you. But you've done enough of this that you know you could probably find you can probably get those passports. You'll just have to do some asking around. You can get a legitimate one from the office, obviously.
Well,
but
if we go for
Also forge them.
That usually takes like months. You're sure you could find less legal ways of achieving one.
We could try forging them as well using computers.
Yeah, so it sounds like we'd have to do that because in order to like pay for one, we'd have to be able to get down there, and I assume they're checking us who we are when we enter the city.
So there's two cities, and one of them sounds a lot easier to get into than the other one. That first one is where we get a visa to get to the second city, to Roselight.
Is that correct, Nick?
Right.
Okay.
You've got some options. Like if you want to go the completely legit process, I'm sure Adelaide can tell you guys this. It takes months. But there are ways to get around that. Manipulation, under the table payments, loopholes.
Sure, but like if we do it legitimately, won't they check our identity and see that we are known terrorists?
Legitimately-ish.
Okay.
Legitimately under fake noses and funny mustaches.
I see.
Right.
So we apply under a false name, but then that in turn involves some hacking and falsifying of documents and whatnot. Anyway.
Right. Yeah. There's going to be some manipulation there. There's also the option to like stow away, but then you don't have the right paperwork once you're there. But ultimately, you're going to want to sort of check around on Upwell and find the contacts you need there rather than in Roselight.
Wait, how do we stow away?
Okay.
We would need to board another ship.
Right, like somebody who had legitimate papers
Mm.
to land there, because you don't.
So it sounds like our first stop is Upwell.
hmm
Indeed.
Oh, we can get to Upwell without having them shoot us down?
Right. Upwell is the sister city. It's the space station that's run by the mining corporations.
Okay. And that's like a shadier city. And we can get there without them checking our identities. Or at least, like, not as many people checking our identities.
We might want to, I don't know, how, Iris, how likely is it that we could falsify some stewards' identifications? If we are flying in on a steward's ship, it would make sense for stewards to leave the ship. Although you will be, you're a steward, but we can't use your identification because you've been marked as a terrorist.
Indeed, and that actually causes problems. Because I intended to utilize my impersonation matrix, and as Iris is saying this, you notice their features are actually like becoming more naturally like human looking. The lines beneath their the circuit lines beneath their skin kind of fade, get dull, and their eyes go from like circuit patterns into just regular like human looking purple eyes. And as they continue, they say, I am not going to be identifying as a steward from here on out. I don't even know how to continue that facade, seeing as how I'm not conceivably an actual steward.
I don't think that we need to worry too much about it. If we're going to Downwell, we're already going to need to bribe a few people to overlook our identity.
Wrong direction. It's Upwell, not Downwell.
Upwell. If we're going to Upwell, we're already going to need to bribe people to overlook our identities. I don't. And if we're already bribing them to ignore identities, it doesn't matter whether we're pretending we're stewards or not.
I suppose,
Indeed.
Yes.
Also,
So then-
also this and Iris, have we gotten into the ship yet?
Sure. This is why we're in the
Yeah.
Yeah.
I presume you're all on board the ship.
Iris would like to just. Can we like do something about the markings? We can just cover up the steward's markings. It's not that complex. Maybe time consuming, but
Don't ships
Yeah.
have like
it doesn't have
serial
to be a
numbers and
steward ship.
stuff?
You guys do have the hangar here, and as part of sort of you're getting ready to leave, you guys can take some time
To
while
disguise
you're
the physical
checking over
appearance.
everything and sort of change the paint job.
Yeah, mucking up the serial numbers would be difficult, Agent, but we can at least change what the ship looks like from a distance.
Well, so what you're thinking of is the transponder, and we can
Yes.
always hack that to change it up. Doesn't have to be mucked up. We can just change it to some random shipping.
You could, in fact, and you probably probably should. You probably want to give it a new name.
Yeah.
And a new,
Otherwise, it'll be registered as a stolen steward's vessel.
a new registry.
With 4 people on it. And,
Yes.
where did 4 people break out of a steward's place again?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So I imagine
Or
last
the
name,
Rocinante, obviously.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say.
you're going with the Rocinante.
No, we're not going with the Rocinante.
Not.
Damn. I mean, Pong.
I don't know what that is.
It's a reference to that one show.
Expanse.
The Expanse, and
Yeah,
it's a
that's-
reference to the book that the show is using. But
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I need to.
Goodness.
I still need to watch that, and I guess read that.
It's very good.
Yeah, it's roughly very similar. 4 people on the run due to some vast conspiracy.
We could, and this is risky to suggest on live camera, I suppose. We could ask for audience submissions. for
Ooh.
voting
I
on
like
and deciding on by us. We still get the final say and all that, but like,
Yeah.
we could
don't need
ask people for inspiration.
no
we don't
voting
want Shippy McShipface.
No boat face, situations. None of
Now that we've said that out loud, that's all we're going to get. But does that sound
Right.
Could that be fun for everybody?
Yeah, I think that could be fun.
Name our ship by next episode.
All right, audience. Send them your suggestions. You can do it here on Twitch while we're live, or come over to Discord and let us know. I'm pretty sure everyone can ping Threefold Investigators.
We should also throw in an announcement so that people can.
We will make
I
an
will
announcement
also-
about this after the show.
I will also throw out an announcement now taking suggestions for the name that these guys are going to give the Void Crier.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Cool.
All right. So you guys rename the ship, give it a new paint job.
Yeah.
I vote black with purple accents, but that's just me.
Sure.
Does anybody have? I'm thinking from a mechanical standpoint. Does anybody have disguise as a
So
skill?
the thing is, I don't
Like,
have
you
the
have
skill
ranks in it.
disguise.
Okay.
If we level, I have a spell. Well, I could take a spell called Disguise Self.
Perfect.
Cast it
Yeah.
for 4 people.
I cannot, because it's
So
Disguise
you-
Self.
You guys clearly don't have to worry about me.
Right.
I
Yeah.
have
You have your impersonation matrix.
yeah.
I could
'Cause I'm
take
thinking-
Polymorph instead, but it only
That's-
lasts 1 minute per level.
Nope.
That's
No.
not what you're looking
No.
for there, I'm afraid.
We don't need 4 arms. So.
Well, if you cast
all right,
a
so,
second level spell.
mhm.
Is there if there's an engineering bay, we could like build some sort of augment that does this.
We could
You guys
also
could
build.
probably put one in. That'll depend on how you spend your build points.
Yeah,
That seems like the right solution then.
Also, we could build hollow skins because those don't those give you like a +10 bonus or something for fairly
yeah, that's
cheap.
what I was gonna say.
I want to say.
Yeah.
We should, yes.
Yeah. And then I'm thinking Ogden will probably take ranks in disguise, maybe because
we're gonna
he's
put
a
more
spy.
in disguise, yeah.
Don't tell anybody, but Ogden's a spy. So like,
What?
he should
Tell
probably-
anyone.
We had no idea.
And
The first
another
I've heard of
bombshell. He's with Directive 9.
Oh,
So-
oh,
Ogden, spy for
Oh.
Directive 9. Greetings.
Iris,
Ogden, spy for
Iris,
Directive 9.
Iris puts their tinfoil hat on.
Oh. So, because as an espionage specialist, the archetype, disguise actually became a class skill. Because I don't think it's normally a class skill for biohackers, but it says so here on my character sheet that it is.
You should have points in it.
I just got no points in it, but I do have a +2 charisma mod, so
All right, guys.
I might
So
be
here's the
decent.
thing about
plus a hollow skin.
holoskins. Here's the thing
Okay.
about holoskins, though. It's actually just a holographic projector, and all it does is it lets you change major features or race, like even your race and creature type, without the DC of your disguise check increasing, except against perception checks that involve physical examination.
Yeah, no, like none of these identities are going to be foolproof, guys. It's just we can make small efforts to make it slightly harder to recognize us, so it's not just like obvious that 4 terrorists are walking through the bay.
No, and I agree. That's great and all, but like I just assume that Pact World's security is equipped with detectors for such things as hollow emitters. And
Yeah, but we're going to the shadier station, right?
Yeah.
The Shady
yeah,
Station first, and then
Upwell
we'll find
is
out.
A hive of scum and villainy, as it were.
I'm very excited.
The only issue I see is our pictures not lining up down the road.
I don't understand.
You try to get into what is the station on the moon? The other one, the one we're actually trying to get into.
Rose Light.
Roselight, yeah. When we go to Roselight and it's 4 Skittermanders trying to get in, and we look as we do now, I don't think that's going to work.
And we
Well,
won't
No,
do
but
that.
then we'll just
Then
keep
we
our
won't do that.
disguise.
We'll figure it out. I'm
Yeah.
sure there
Yeah.
are definitely resources on Upwell.
We can
and
even
then-
turn
saying
off
is
the
I suggest
holoskin.
we continue looking for something other than holoskin. It doesn't appear to like be that useful.
You guys are pretty sure you can find the contacts you need on Upwell
Yeah.
to get papers. So
Okay. Well, so to get papers, like to not need to disguise ourselves necessarily.
necessarily, yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, I rescind what I said. Let's build us some hollow belts because that's like 500 credits.
Exactly. It's like,
So you guys,
what's the worst that can happen?
so you guys are gonna like take some time here and reno the ship and sort of figure out your approach. Yeah.
Yep.
We can
Yes.
handle
Yes.
exactly what that looks like between sessions, probably.
Just for the sake of saying it, Iris will have taken all of the unconscious reptoids and dragged them all into the brig and locked them all in the brig.
Oh man, that is going to be
A little
really
cramped in there.
Whoa,
That's okay.
That's a huge wrinkle. Now we have to feed like 30 people for a week.
No, we don't. We can no, we don't. We let them out once we leave.
Into the brig
Yeah.
on your ship.
Yeah, hold on. This is a huge risk.
No, he's talking.
Wrong. No. Obviously,
Leif is
in
talking-
the base while we're
Mhm.
while we're refitting
Oh.
the ship.
Oh.
In
It's gonna take
the base's
days,
brig.
guys.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I'm much more on board with this. I was like, why don't we just pronking leave them here? That's
Also-
exactly
Yeah,
what
we're
we want to do. This
absolutely
is
not
fine.
taking them with us. I don't need them waking up though and
Okay.
trying to take the ship back from us and the base back from us.
No, you're right. You're right.
That's totes fair. And then
Man, this AP has done things to us, folks.
they're never
We're so pronking paranoid right now.
gonna trust me again.
It's not paranoia if they're out to get you.
Yeah. All right.
They are indeed out to get you.
Hmm.
So after completing all of this, you guys set a course for Upwell. Somebody want to roll me the 1d6 days of drift travel?
I will, since I'm the pilot. Me.
All right. I keep on assuming I'm the pilot.
I know.
Not
you-
Some things not
time.
muscle memory.
Yeah.
Only 3 days of drift
Next
travel.
AP. Next AP.
Yeah, you guys,
We'll get back to normal next AP.
take those 3 days to get to Upwell. It comes into sight as you come out of the drift. These two colossal rotating wheels dotted with gantries, cranes, and docking spars that have been constructed around the remains of a small moon. There are countless cargo ships, most of them stenciled with garish corporate logos coming and going. Shortly after your arrival, you're contacted by a docking assistant over the comms. Attention vessel, you are cleared to dock, but you need to visit the Office of Commercial Interests if you want passage to Roselight. Proceed to Spar N380, sponsored by Hexane Fuels and Almost Chicken. Remember, when it's almost time for dinner, it's time for Almost Chicken. Welcome to Upwell.
Oh
And now
God.
we enter the Outer Worlds portion of the AP.
Almost
Love
chicken pairs well with black milk.
Delicious.
Feel the spider eggs pop in your mouth.
Gross. Oh, so gross.
Like boba.
But much more horrific.
Disgusting, delicious boba.
Only if you think about it.
you guys land, you hook up. You're finally back to civilization. Everything connects to the infosphere. There's internet again. First time in so long.
I checked my email.
Iris
have no-
begins
Oh, God.
a data download.
Of
Oh gosh, we're gonna download the news over the cycles over the past week, 2 weeks,
okay.
And search for our names.
and yes, search for our names. That and I'll get back to you on what other data sets I want to download. I need to actually think about this for a second.
You can give me computers checks to search for your names, if you like.
Oof,
Sure.
I actually have to make a computers check.
Those of you without computers don't find anything when you search for your names.
Guess who
Um,
now has 1 point in computers? Yeah. Oh wow, and I rolled a 19. Holy cow!
When you three search for your names, you find that the only mention of your names is in that steward's APB about terrorism.
Mhm. That's good.
So did we ever actually exist?
Yeah. Oh, so hold on. I searched for the
Only-
existence of L21 Incorporated. That's
It
a pretty
doesn't
prominent.
There's no records of L21 Incorporated.
Lasco is stunned for several rounds.
Iris searches.
For 3d4 rounds.
Iris searches the like. At least tries to gain access to the steward data banks with their credentials. Does that even work?
No.
Oh boy. Okay.
I don't
you
have anything in my
find,
inbox.
Ogden.
as you poke deeper into this with those computers checks, you find a politician who bears a striking resemblance to Lasco. Could be your twin.
But he doesn't own any company.
His
Like,
name
what is
not
his?
Lasco.
His background is nothing like mine.
Different, yeah.
Ogden tries to log in over a secure channel to his, to report into Directive 9. Does he get anything there?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
You find
Ogden begins freaking out.
You find info on Ninden and Tendon. They are real, mostly as you remember. They've spoken of a brother named Ogden back in the Vescarium, but there's no records.
Well, maybe he's just a good spy and has avoided notice.
Nick, this is really going to put a cramp on my whole Velhite family thing.
Yeah, we have to let the rest of the Rebellites still be real. You're sort of putting a cramp on my conspiracy thing that I didn't think about when you wanted to be a Velhite.
Hmm.
Because I didn't
All
have
right,
this
we're
bit
even then.
yet, so.
Yeah.
But yes, your other Velhites all still actually exist. We're not going to change the back canon.
Well, here's the question.
I'm named after one.
So we were able to find another Lasco. Are we able to find another Adelaide?
Yes, there is a social media influencer who looks just like Adelaide.
Lol. Social media influencer.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Oh man.
You guys are just
Has
all
anybody-
quiet trying to process this.
No. So here's what I want to know. Has anybody sent said social influencer? Oh no. So this APB, is this like public record or is it just within the stewards?
I mean, it's relatively public. Like it's like you're on the most wanted list, but most people don't go look at the most wanted list every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different name, remember? So like, yeah, maybe so it is feasible that like someone who follows the social media person would be like, look at this person who looks kind of like you. What a weird coincidence.
In fact,
Look at this person who's a terrorist.
If nobody has, then Adelaide will make an account. We'll send it to her just to see what happens.
All right. You can absolutely put that out there on the infosphere.
And then Nick has a week to think about what that does.
Well, I mean, things don't go viral instantly,
Mhm.
especially from brand new accounts.
Yep.
With only one tweet. So.
This is probably a little hard to research, so I'll understand if I just can't get it. But can I at least look into the level 21 crew in Absalom Station? Are there any news articles about them?
You could ask.
There's a passing mention here and there, but there's not a lot.
Of a transition or of.
Well, I would just check with Iris's computer banks to see if they're on file. Wouldn't they be on file?
Oh, you think Iris has access to the steward databanks?
Oh, he doesn't. Oh, they don't.
not in fact have access to the.
I am
to
much
this.
less suspecting of Iris having
User
access to
user
that.
not found. Invalid credentials.
Hmm.
So as this happens, I think we're getting ready to like leave and stuff, or are we getting ready to leave the ship? Like we connect to the infosphere before we dock, right?
And we all retreat to our rooms.
Yep. Yeah.
And
Ogden
then-
has like
Silence.
Ogden goes to his room and shuts the door, and he sits down on his bed, looks at his hands, begins running diagnostics on himself because he he's looking for anything that would suggest that he is artificial or anything like that.
As far as you
We
can
are
tell,
all artificial.
you are a perfectly healthy prime of life Vesk.
Hmm.
Checks out.
Ogden lies down quietly on his bed and stares at the ceiling, lost in thought. 'Cause that's basically what Tom's brain is doing right now.
Yeah, no. Lasco, in his room, Lasco spent like 5 minutes feverishly space Googling a bunch of different terms. His name, level 21, the names of like some of his lieutenants, and some of them exist and do totally different things, and some of them just don't exist and never existed. And then after a while, he just like runs out of things to search, and his hands just hover over the keyboard, and he stares unfocused at the monitor.
What about Iris?
Iris is-
What's Iris' reaction?
Iris is just kind of like takes a second to consider the awesome and terrible ramifications of this, and then decides that their focus is better elsewhere, and begins fine-tuning their disguise in preparation for this, making sure that their hair is not in fact showing any of the purple from before, and it's a natural human ugly brown color, and so on and so forth.
Are you three going to tell Adelaide what you found?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll forward her the
someone
link.
should,
to the-
otherwise her message to the media influencer doesn't make any sense.
Oh yeah, no, of course.
Yes, no, we
No, Ogden would probably ask to meet with everybody before we go out.
Well, and so that she is prepared for it, I'll send her the link without any message to the social media account, so that she's at least on the same page as all of us.
Oh, I thought
Right.
I was there for this discovery. I mean,
Oh, I thought she wasn't, and that's
we
why I
never
was
really
asking.
we never really mentioned when we all looked ourselves up.
Yeah.
mhm.
Ogden calls, sends a group message to everybody and says, "Could we meet in the lounge? Whatever passes for our relaxation area." Does everybody show up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So Ogden Velhite doesn't exist. Or rather, they exist, they just aren't me. It turns out. I have different memories than what I have found on the infosphere. Ogden Velhite is a person. They're a Vesk. They are related to the Velhite family. They're a brother to Ninden and Tendon. However, they are not, as far as I know, a spy for Directive 9. They are insert mundane, or sports star thing here. Much more suitable, more honorable burly Vesk thing.
Yeah, whatever you want the real or the
Ogden
other
to be.
Ogden to be is fine.
Mm. Has anybody else found this to be the case for their personas?
Yes, it appears my original has a skincare line, among other things. Ingredients. Ingredients don't lie. But yes, it's disappointing. I'd hoped to have more resources to marshal.
Yes. I had mused where the fork in our identity was, and the answer is the beginning.
Which
None
is,
of what I've built exists.
yes. I had hoped to head off to a chateau in Castrovel. It's on there, but it is not in my possession. Very frustrating. As I recall, real estate prices had been rising. I'd been making a pretty penny. Oh well. Whether I've done this before.
Have you?
You don't really think that Adelaide Forthwith is the name that I was born with, do you?
Well, it's quite obviously not. None of
Yes.
us were born.
And who cares? You're real enough, standing before me. I'm real enough. I can do all of the things that I thought I could do. I simply don't have all of the things that I thought I had. It's disappointing and sets my retirement plans back several years, but it's doable.
This does change many things. What about you, Iris?
Family.
I genuinely think that. Well, I don't know what to think. This is all so much.
Yes. Why would they make... Why would they make a copy of Ogden? For what purpose? Why did they make any of us? Why did they make a copy of a social influencer? Why? I could see a copy of a politician if Lasco shared that information.
But also,
yeah.
And not a perfect coffee is part of the thing, you know? I can very much see me being useful if I was a perfect copy of this woman here, but I'm not. I'm me.
Yes, there is
Grace.
in some divergence, I imagine.
And to what end? Grays, who can figure them out? Rotten little
I intend to.
What you said in the hangar is still true, Agent. Our assets are lesser than we thought, but it is still the truth that the Reptoids, and probably the Greys, have no reason to allow us to live, and have the power to ensure that we don't, especially given that we have less power than we thought we do.
Yes.
We have no lives to go back to, but we have to destroy them all, or they will destroy us.
It's a matter of self-preservation. Ugh. I had so been looking forward to figuring out my first way out of this mess.
No cavalry to call in, it seems.
very disappointing.
Well,
But
it's the
also,
least we can do to.
but also much less to lose.
This is true. I still feel pretty dangerous. I still feel like a secret agent.
You are a secret agent. The most secret agent there is.
You don't even exist.
Like some sort of holovid star. Fleam.
That
Well, this does
old...
free up a few things.
Remember,
So,
when you have nothing, they can't take it away from you.
does this change anything with the four of us?
I
Or
depend
does our
on you.
purpose stay the same?
If anything, it just means I can only trust you three.
It means that you probably shouldn't expect any paychecks from me, Ms. Fortwith. And I cannot continue your employment under good faith.
I will still be billing you for past hours.
I don't expect those to hold up in court.
I've been in your employ since we got on the ship, which we know is real. So, really, the invoice will be very small.
In the grand scheme of things.
I understand. Billing since the beginning of our lives seems reasonable.
Such as they are.
Such as they are.
All right. Well,
Take payment plans.
Lesko puts on his coat again after shedding it. Our plan is the same. It's just that our reasons have changed. We need to root out the reptoid presence here and destroy it. Either destroy their knowledge of us, or, well, I guess knowledge of us is already broadly known. So we need to redeem ourselves in the eyes of the Pact Worlds and make it so that either the reptoids and the Greys do not know that we know about them, or no longer have the power to do anything about it.
Going up against two secret empires that have untold resources. Why not?
We don't have any other choices.
yeah, I mean,
That's a
my
reason
calendar's
why.
free, it seems. All right.
And then we zoom out. Unless there's
Yeah.
Are you done?
I told
Are
you
you
guys
done?
you
else
got
wanted
things
to
to
say.
roleplay.
Yeah,
Are you
honestly,
done
that's
giggling on me?
I am done giggling on mute.
that seems like a decent place to wrap.
Yeah.
Well, I did
Unless you
have
have a better idea.
one more little tidbit before I think we'll wrap today. Having dealt with this, you need to venture into Upwell itself to deal with the OCI and get those passports sorted out, figure exactly how you're going to get to Roselight. And as you disembark on the Spar N380, the air reeks of coolant, fuel, and something that smells vaguely like heavily spiced chicken.
Mhm.
An arcing sign overhead reads, "Welcome to Upwell, gateway to Roselight," though someone has graffitied over the last word with a crude, obscene drawing. The deafening shriek of metal on metal and the hiss of industrial ventilation drown out conversations of locals and other travelers in the wide hallway. As you all disembark and sort of look around, you're approached by 3 rough-looking androids. You there. We need 2,000 credits for docking fees before you can continue on to the station.
Oh,
they're cute,
I
aren't they?
don't think so.
I'm gonna sense the hell out of that motive.
And that's where we will wrap for the day.
It's like,
Okay.
Kids, we
I
just
have a bit
learned
of
that we have
frustration.
nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
A handy
boy.
target for my misplaced anger.
Right.
Yeah, we'll pick back up with you guys dealing with these thugs next week.
Excellent.
Yeah, you guys
All right.
you like that twist?
That's quite a
Oh.
twist.
Yeah.
What's a tweet?
Quite a twist. So, for clarification's sake, there is a body double of us somewhere out there. Yes?
Oh, it would
Of each
seem.
of us? Okay, so it would seem.
Was-
All right.
What was Iris's double again?
Yeah.
We never found one.
Yeah, I give you guys sort of free reign to make up what your doubles do. They're not like super important. So any details you guys sort of want to make up about finding on these people, they're relatively influential. I made Lasco's a politician. I made Adelaide's a social media influencer. We'll have to figure out what the real Ogden does.
Yeah.
Because that one, like, we don't want to mess up the Velhite line that we've got.
No, yeah. I mean, they're all. Yeah.
This also
They're all
means
big damn heroes.
this also means that in a different AP you can play the real Ogden.
You can. Yes.
Same. It'll be. I'll like ask Seth to do some more art, and it'll be the same head. It'll just be on a completely different body.
Jacked.
Oh no.
He's the same,
Yeah.
just like his clothes and all of his outfit. His gear's all different.
It's like one of those like magnet things where you can put clothes on the body, and it's like you just
Oh,
swap
no.
the body. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. But
So I'm not sure what the
Yeah.
real Iris does.
All right.
But
I'll
whatever you like.
come up with something clever for next time.
Maybe he's a bigwig in the android abolitionist movement. There,
Ooh.
Ooh,
because that would be sort of a fun, close but different thing.
yeah. The other side of the law, kind of.
Yeah. It should be something that like makes sense, such that they would want to find out what would happen if they put us in a different scenario, right? That's like presumably what the experiment was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. No. So that's true. So don't just make them anybody.
King Grays.
Cool.
Doing weird experiments.
They're
Science.
so weird. They do what they must because they can.
Pretty much. Yes.
So, for next week, don't forget, listeners and viewers, that we will be taking submissions for ship names for our new ship. So far, we already have 2 submissions. Thank you, Butt Stubble. I have taken the liberty of starting a post in our threefold conspiracy chat with these names, and then we'll vote on them internally and pick which one we like the best. And thank you on air next week. It'll be great.
The existential dread.
The creeping void.
Send us your ideas for what these guys should call their void crier, and we'll figure that out. They all get to be level 7 for next time,
Very
and
exciting.
also take their ship from tier 6 to tier 7, and we will dive into this lovely corporate run town next
Oh, I'm
time.
sure it'll be beautiful.
Yeah. Nothing
also-
like Outer Worlds at all, I'm sure.
No, that's definitely not where Nick
Um,
would draw inspiration from for this either. No.
No.
If you are on our Discord, if you're not, feel free to join us. First of all, we're non-standard action. The link is below the Twitch chat. But also, importantly, especially with this AP, but with all APs in general, but specifically with a conspiracy one, don't discuss today's things openly. in the chat, right? Don't
to get
don't
the-
No
spoil
spoilers.
things. Nobody likes spoilers because this is a huge revelation. This has been building since book one. So
You can probably put it in spoiler tags. Discord has this.
yes,
You're welcome to talk
Yes.
spoilers. Just make sure you use spoiler tags in Discord.
If
give
there's
Discord.
enough of it,
If you click this, it's a spoiler for the most recent episode. So
if there's enough of it,
Yeah.
we can create a spoiler channel. But yeah,
yeah. I think that'd not be a bad idea anyway, because we still have people, as we see, listening to Dawn of Flames rather.
True.
But
True.
yeah, so be kind to your fellow Discordians. Don't spoil things.
please.
Be cool, guys. Be cool.
Cool. As always, our character art is done by the lovely Seth, also known as Mistaken Potatoes, who usually takes commissions when he's not too busy. So if you want some awesome art, hit up Seth. Our theme music is by Tom, our intermission music as well. And we love that. And our sound effects are all by Sirenscape. All that good stuff. We play our game on Roll20, and all of our assets come from Paizo. The stuff is Seth does too.
And I made the logo.
And Liz made our logo. That's it for us today. We will see you guys back here next time for more non-standard action. New Star-Lords on Thursday too, as they dive deeper into Thistletop and the horrors that seem to lie beneath. Say goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Take care of yourselves out there.